New Pack City. Welcome back. It's July 7th, 2021. Thank you for taking some time out to chop it up with your boys on your favorite Hawks Hoopcast. I go by Lou Starsky, and today we got some great topics to talk about and discuss. Got a few members coming in. But first, as always, special thanks to the New Pack City Facebook group, the originative brand, Arc Alien Designs, and shop.flickwick.com. Go make sure to visit those guys. And also make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, like again, triple like, do all the likes. That really helps us out. And we got bigger and better things coming up. We got we got our own YouTube channel now. And so we'll be pushing that. We'll want y'all to subscribe so you can stay up to date. We'll have some of the regular rants from the group, and we'll also have all the shows being broadcast straight there. All that does really help us out. And with all that out of the way, let's talk Hawks. What a season, it's didn't end how we wanted it to. And I definitely feel people that are feeling kind of like Danilo Gallinari was at his post conference, the post game conference, where he was really upset. This was a golden opportunity that they let waste. So I understand the apprehension of feeling good about losing, but at the same time, when you look at our roster and you look at the way everything is set up, you can't help but be happy. So with that said, I'm gonna go on and bring in Mike. Mike, what's going on, man?
Yo, what it do? What's up, Lou?
Not a whole lot. We had a great little season there.
Yes, sir, man. It was fun, man. Kind of not enjoyable way to leave. I'm not really happy about that, but yeah, exactly though, man. Keep perspective. As I once said, yeah, it was a good season, man.
Yeah. And, we got a bunch of great topics. We're going to, of course, talk about John Collins' contract, the capology around that. We'll get into some free agents and some draft picks, too. I forget that there's a draft. When you make runs this deep, you talk about that draft.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while. Well, ever. I say ever. Really. Yeah.
So, but I have a real question. Mm-hmm. So Trae Young is a ball-dominant, amazing point guard. Can he coexist with another ball-dominant superstar?
Ball-dominant, I'll say no. I mean, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to see that at all. Anyway, another ball-dominant star. But as far as someone who's not even ball-dominant, I personally want to know. Coming down the stretch, last 5 minutes of the game, to close it out, can and will Trae defer to someone else to close that game out?
I'm gonna say yes, because we saw him do it with the Tony Snell move. We saw the thing is what I saw differently. I'll say this: Trae had gotten into a nice little groove where it wasn't about him getting points; it was definitely about facilitating. But in the playoffs, he regressed back to that old, 14 and 70 win, 12 and that old, like, I'm just gonna huck it up. It doesn't matter. And I think he needs to iron that out of his game. But I think he definitely defers to the proper play unless he's feeling it. And that's what you want from your superstar. If the superstar is feeling it, I don't mind him taking in a couple extra jumpers.
Yeah, see, that's different than what I'm proposing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about a one-off play. True. I'm not talking about the Jordan pass to Kerr. Like the last 5 minutes, Kerr ain't out there shooting. You feel me? No, he got that one play. So therefore, that's still Jordan being in control of the situation because he passed it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So my question is, if there's an equal, and I mainly if it's a homegrown, we drafted equal to star, will he be willing to allow them to close out a game? You understand what I'm saying? Like, literally, that's DeAndre going to the line. That's DeAndre going to the line, getting the free throws. That's DeAndre literally isolation. Each time we come down, it's a pass it to you, and like you literally probably not scoring too much, you know what I'm saying? Or even being the initiative person on the play at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like that's my thing. I just want to know.
Well, then I have a question. Was that born from the fact that Cam Reddish got us to 6 points, and then Trey, instead of noticing that and deferring to Cam and doing his moves to set up Cam, he kind of tried to take over? Is that what you're referring to?
That's what I'm referring to. I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, shoot, it's been certain things been brought up, to a way worse, I guess, extent, what I'm saying, with Trey throughout probably like his whole career. But in that moment, and also too being hurt or whatever, and not even yourself, I feel like I kind of noticed a little bit that like yeah, it's not. I'm not saying it's a negative or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But like,
let's bring in a different perspective. Let's bring in a different perspective.
Okay, who that? Demond? Yeah.
What you think?
What's good, fam?
Yeah, I'm glad Demond is doing the show.
He's licking his chops, Demond. Hey, listen to this.
I got beef with this dude from Atlanta, man. I heard this dude from Atlanta named Mike.
We
got basketball beef going on in these streets, man.
I want all the smoke, man. I got smoke.
Come on, let me ask you a question. I set this up for Mike. Can Trey play with another star? Like, would he be okay deferring to another star?
Well, you gotta let me explain it, man.
All right,
I'm about to say it ain't quite like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it sound like Trey just won't defer to a star.
Hey, Mike,
what's up?
They defer, dog. Like, defer makes it seem like Trey Young not that good, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. All right, my thing I'm proposing, bro, is that not even too much thinking about an outside star coming into the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? An already known star. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I come to say as long as it's a big, I could kind of see that. But I'm thinking like if it's a homegrown star, like somebody we drafted, and it's the last 5 minutes of a game, and it's closeout time. Like, and they're literally like saying equal to Trey in itself now. Like, do you see him deferring and allowing that person to literally close out the game for us and win it?
I would say.
And does that play with Cam Reddish that last game? Does that have any influence on you?
I mean, to me, that's say enough when you guys sit there and think about it a little bit. I mean, we all feel a little bit same. Ain't necessarily negative. Bro wanting to win it.
A negative, but it also starts at the top. Well, when I say the top, I mean it starts with the head coach. So, like,
if the coach don't allow it,
not allow it, but it's the coach who needs to, like for me,
straight.
Yeah, if I was the coach, I'm talking to my star player, like, hey, we got another person on this team who can get us a bucket, and then explain your thought process. Like, Trey, listen, we already know they're gonna come after you. They're gonna try to trap you. Whoop de whoop whoop whoop. So if we know that's happening, we got another person who can close, who can get a bucket. Then it makes sense to go to that person because we already know Trey gonna get all the attention, and it's up to the coach. You explain that to your player. If you take somebody like a Phil Jackson, if he explains that to Scottie Pippen, maybe Scottie Pippen don't sit out while Tony Kukoc hit the game-winning shot. You see,
right? Yeah, and if it's left to that moment when it's in the heat of the moment, I think that's on the coach, anyways. But
I mean, you don't have to. You're the head coach. You don't have to explain it, but you explain it because you
ain't have too much time to explain it on the fly.
To me, my thing is like Trey's IQ is undeniable, where you don't have to do a lot of explaining. It's not trying to make Marvin Williams understand, why you need a low post game or anything like that.
But I mean, like let somebody close out the game. 5 minutes left. I mean, every single play to the point where now. No, that person is the focus and Trey not. You know what I'm saying?
If he does, then we become a legit unstoppable team because
dynasty.
If Trey can do that, then yeah.
What you think about this comment? If he does, maybe we might still be playing.
Ooh,
that's why I'm bringing it up though. You talking about all that? That's
watch this.
Well, it's like part of the
I'm
pie.
not the only one who saw this. Maybe in that game 6, he should have been given the ball maybe a little bit more to Cam Reddish, who was feeling it, instead of going 4 for 17 from the
No,
field.
we were saying that earlier. We totally agree.
That's why I said a homegrown star that we obviously will see. We like it's a point that we all see is like, man, it's equal to you, Trey, as far as like ability to get us a bucket. And then due to like person size stuff, like how it just bogged down the playoff. We see how it is. It's like, can he not be good enough with like, okay, I'm not necessarily gonna get the glory of like pulling this completely quote unquote out. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a real question. But with that said, we'll move on to the next thing, which is I think what handles all that is we re-signed Nate McMillan. And I think with that re-signing, you will be able to get that conversation. We got to remember these cats are young, man. Remember 22
Yeah,
years
he's young, man. I'm not dimming Trey, man. Like I try to say, I love Trey. You know, a lot of us fans, you know, we get our feelings and stuff like that. And I try to tell people I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to criticizing those who wear our jersey. You feel me? So yeah. Man. Like I mean, you know, I brought up many reasons for like the Buck series going the way it is, but me personally, I felt like game 6, man, Trey should have sat out. Like I can go pull up comments, man. I was telling y'all, like he shouldn't play, not until like game 7. The injury it takes a minimum of a week. You know what I'm saying? We just got to try our best to do what we got to do. Hope them boys, the role players, step up again at home. But when you got your star out there, they gonna defer naturally. You feel me?
Exactly. No, I think.
But at the same time, though, if he ain't 100%, that wasn't the time necessarily to us to be deferring to him. You feel me? We needed Bogey to just go stupid. Kev to be just more confident, even though he'll bring that time. Like maybe Kev attack more, drive more. I don't know. You know, go different. Or it'd be more minutes for Cam. Lou don't fall back.
Real quick, I got a show note here. If you're dropping a comment and you're coming from Facebook, it has a small little link at the very bottom where you just click on it, and then your profile will be connected. So if you want your name up to pop up on the screen, but with that said, let's go ahead and read this comment.
Yeah, that's funny.
He says the problem I see with the Hawks is that we are built as a shooting team but can't shoot, which is a fair criticism when you take when you take this postseason run. But if you were to right, exactly. And I think if you were to add the fact that these are these guys' first time playing, and there's a lot of jitters and shit that you have to get used to, and you know it should wash away. But every game presents a new feeling of emotions and a new even when you go up 3-0, now you got to close that team out, a desperate team. And so everything presents itself as a new challenge to these young guys. And that shooting touch, once you get more comfortable with the surroundings, I think that shooting touch will come back. I think Bogdan getting injured really made our shooting look worse than it was because Kevin then started feeling like he had to shoot more, and then it kind of just threw off the rotation. So
but is Kevin not a shooter? We still got Gallo. JC a shooter. Well, I just wanted to say real quick, Lou, and my apologies, man, if I cut you off, but I just wanted to say about the comments, like that's basketball though, bro. Like our shooting got us far. Like we went a run, but like you're not. How many championship teams really win with no consistent paint presence? You feel me? Like that don't happen often. That don't happen every year. That don't happen. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like we got to the conference finals and like, yeah, it was the fact like we shoot too much. You know what I'm saying? We're too reliant on this. And the only post we had was Gallo. I personally saw that. Ben saw that. I'm like, no, we don't have a post presence. The only thing we do have is probably Gallo and DeAndre Hunter, but we lost one in DeAndre Hunter. That's all we have that can consistently probably post from 15 feet down and go to work. Some people might try and bring up JC, but no, consistently 15 feet and down to depend on or whatever in a sense. It's only Gallo and DeAndre Hunter, and we lost one of them. And Gallo, a bench player. So it just caught up with us.
Right. And I didn't have Gallo listed as something to talk about, but I do want to talk about that. And then this Facebook user, I don't know who you are,
but we don't know who that is.
but we can try a first. I'm going to try to put it in the group chat to see who wants to come on.
And while you do that, let me add on to what Mike said. Mike is 100% correct as far as the post presence. Even if the post player isn't a dominant offensive player, you still need that presence, especially for a team built like us, where we shoot so many threes. We need it's just go back to games 4, 5, and 6, and I'm sitting here and I'm reading that thing, and Mike pointed it out. Got to tip my cap to Mike again, bruh. That might not even been the Bucks series. It might have been before that, but I know Mike had pointed out. He said, "Look at all these second chance freaking points that we were getting killed on by Philly, by the special Bucks. God,
Taj Gibson got us. The games we lost, the one game we really lost, Taj Gibson killed us on second chances. Good thing ain't happened all series.
Exactly. Well, then
look, game 1 we beat the Bucks. We won the rebounding edge. We didn't win the paint scoring, but we won the rebounding, which go back to Mike's point, limited their second chance opportunity. So
no doubt.
We definitely need somebody who could come in and get some. They ain't even got to be no good ass scorer.
Well,
we need somebody to get some boards, bro.
I agree, and we're going to tackle all that today. I totally agree, and we're going to tackle all that today. Let's go through this comment real quick, because this is a name that keeps popping up that I don't
Chauncey.
Want. I don't want.
Chauncey messaged my bad, bro, about the Zion, but yeah, Chauncey said bring him in, bro.
Yeah. I sent him the link on the thing. Oh wait, here he is, right here. Yeah, just follow the link. It's me.
You don't want Zion, man. Zion tapped that thing like this. He was supposed to draft him. They tricked. hey, send JC to New Orleans, man.
I didn't Zion, bro. You couldn't tell me nothing that draft. When I seen him touch that sign, I was like, oh my God, they know something. Cause I'm a big conspiracy theorist when it comes to the draft. Cause that draft lottery is some bullshit. But
I was with you on that one.
But so the Zion thing, I just don't know if I feel the Zion because he doesn't offer the shooting as much, and he seems very robotic. He doesn't have like the fluidity that I feel that but I don't know. I'm I haven't really paid attention. I'm more of a Hawks fan.
Bro, let me tell you Zion. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'll take it. Average 25. And don't.
This is what I want to talk about.
You see that comment, bro? That's what I'm thinking about.
Listen, Antonio Williams brings up a damn good point, and this is what I saw. This is what everybody else saw, is when we needed a bucket or when we've had a mismatch, John Collins couldn't take advantage of that. John Collins does a lot of amazing things. I am a big JC fan.
Lou, sorry, Lou, I'm sorry. Think about it, man. Zion, you don't think Zion could post a holiday? You don't think Zion getting a bucket or going to the line?
Of course. Here's my thing. Okay, so you have Trey and Zion, then what?
Nigga, championship.
Zion just bully, bro. Like, I wouldn't even waste my time posting. I'd be like, man, get out of the way, bro.
Oh my God. Well, we got another guest with us today. Formidable Chauncey. He's got a lot of opinions this week. I do have to talk about these trades. We will, but before we do all that, Capology.
Yes, real fast, Mr.
Yeah. Come on in. Hey, say what's up, man. Let's welcome Chauncey. Chauncey's the big father of the.
Yo.
Antonio know that I
OG ATL.
Come here,
please tell him, somebody email him, text him, or something to let him know that I admitted I was wrong about something. Please.
Okay.
Somebody tell him. Oh, he on here. Somebody tell him that I admitted I was wrong about something.
Hey,
which was what?
Accept your apology, bro.
No, I didn't apologize for shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, you
What the hell?
You apologize. You said, I'm sorry for being wrong, Damon. I said, you're welcome, Chauncey. No worries. Accept
it. Y'all boys stupid.
Hey, listen. I have a question.
Real funny cat.
I have a question about the Capology, and I'm going to share something while I'm doing that.
Yeah, man. That shit, man, I was so fucking mad, bro.
With?
Chauncey. He know what I'm talking about. Stupid shit, man.
Man, listen, man. Are you still salty at me? Listen. It's some other folks. I ain't no snitch or nothing like that. But those other folks that was in on it now.
Hey, y'all notice how when Chauncey gets that way, he's acting blind. He's like Stevie Wonder. He's trying to see. Hey, but for real, let me say this because I want to move on to the next topic, which is before this is to prelude another one. But capology, I don't think a lot of people understand that with the new rules that have been the bird rules that were put in place, it's better to sign your drafted players and your traded for players than it is to let them walk. You get way more space somehow in the ability to re-sign free agents and stuff like that. So with that said, if JC was to walk, we actually have less money to go after free agents. I think like $2 or $3 million less. And that's significant. And so I think people don't need to worry about the money hit as far as that goes. But what we do need to do is this where we want to invest the money, knowing that we have 5 other drafted players that are going to demand some money? Is this where we want to go with JC? And that's my question that I propose.
Well, I'm gonna go first on that. First of all, man, people gotta stop overthinking shit. And you know what? My apologies. I wouldn't have went live, man. I didn't look down and see the child was live, but I just talked about this on my live. People gotta stop overthinking shit. Listen, what's best for business? And I hear, and I'm a big wrestling fan. And one thing I hear Triple H and Stephanie and them always talk is about what's best for business. What's best for business for the Hawks keep John Collins. See, a lot of our fans get caught up in their personal feelings about shit, and that's how I know a lot of this what leads me to believe that a lot of folks will be bad business people because you can't operate off emotion. Listen, what's best for business is for us to keep John Collins. You just broke it down. If we let him walk, we stand to lose more than we stand to gain. Even in a case where we didn't want to keep John Collins, hey, we can still sign him and trade him for assets, for draft capital. Maybe a bona fide mid-level veteran. But what you don't do is let somebody that you drafted develop and help get right. You don't let him walk for nothing. And a lot of people don't understand that. I don't care how you personally feel about him. And when I say personally feel, I don't mean where somebody just hate him and all that shit. I'm just talking about from a sports or a basketball standpoint. It's best for business for the Hawks to keep John Collins.
Antonio's going hard.
However much they pay him.
He got your back, bro.
Yeah.
Huh? So what now?
I said, somebody back, bro. You got somebody back. Like, for real. Like, hey, you gonna go hard for him. But let me tell you something, though.
You went hard for LP?
Let me.
Not necessarily.
No, we're not bringing up LP this time. Nope.
No. We're not gonna get heated about that. I didn't necessarily. I'm just the type of person to where if I see, folks gotta justify how they really. If you got a lot of whole bunch of built up tension and hate for a person, I don't like to see nobody. Hell. I did a video this morning because I got called a coon for defending Matt Ryan.
What?
Yeah.
Well, we won't touch that one.
Hey,
it's not about football, man.
I'm gonna punch them dead in their shit.
Let me say something.
Yeah, go for it. Because I was just about to run it around the corner here.
Go ahead.
The thing about with John Collins, right? It's cool. Listen, if you, I don't have no problem. Somebody want to move on from John Collins, but this is the thing. When you go back to what you were saying, Lou, why does what you just posted? Why does that matter? This is why it matters. Because if you let Collins walk, you can only replace him with what his cap hold is. So his cap hold is, I think, is 12 something.
I think so.
That's his hold, cap hold, right?
Is it that much?
I think it's like 7. I think it's like 7 or 8.
I didn't think it was that much.
Okay, so that's what you can. If you let Collins leave, that's who you got to find somebody to replace him with to fill that void, or obviously or go over the salary cap.
I didn't know that. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what, y'all? I did not know that.
Yeah, so you just can't say, "Hey, let."
I know that you can only replace him with his cap hold. I didn't know that.
Collins leave, you can go sign somebody, but do they fit under the That's what I'm saying. See,
yeah,
if Collins' cap hold is at 10, and you want to go sign, I'm just making somebody say you want to go sign Lou, right? And Lou says, "Well, I want $20 million a year." Well, guess what? He gonna eat up the cap hold from Collins, which is 10, then that other 10 has to come from you either going to cap and pay him luxury tax, or you just can't fit up, or you got to get rid of people. Point blank, period. So when people talk about replacing John Collins, that's the money side of it. You feel me?
They're not. I don't think, Damon, I don't think these folks are thinking. Are these folks thinking logically or emotionally? Honestly, because
emotionally, we've all decided that. That's why we're all in the group, and this is why we do this.
Everybody gonna have their own opinion. You know what I mean? Hey, you know that. Don't listen to me, especially during the game, because you know I say anything during the game.
You were so anti-Gallo on the 20 points.
Listen, man, we all do. I was just telling Maurice that, look, it's okay to be a fan. It's okay to be emotional. That's why a lot of times, like I waited till today to do my live video. A lot of times I had to recover myself. You know, I'd be mad about certain shit, throwing shit, all that stuff there. Hell, I damn near had to damn choke Dale out of my house to calm him down because I thought he was gonna snatch my goddamn 60-inch TV and throw it in the backyard. I'm like, hey, bro, chill out, man. You know, so it's okay to be a fan.
But Pete, I like John Collins, but I'm gonna tell you what
look at this list.
This what going to making a deep playoff run. This what it does. A deep playoff run when you go on against the good team for it exposes your team's weaknesses. So you know we weak in the rebounding area. Where can we improve on that? So with John Collins, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I want him to get his money, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like this dude don't got no issues. He can post, but when he posts people up, he don't never back them down. Nope. Number two, he get the ball. He do the same thing every time. They throw it to him in the post. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. He get it, boom, in the post. Dribble. He'll turn around. He do this stupid little thing like this, and it's like he undecided what he wants to do with the ball.
I don't think very undecided.
He got to.
I think there's a lot of shit to be pissing me off about John.
That's
he want to be too
already.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, guys.
Spoon fed to get his points.
Which when you have Trae Young, that's not that big of a deal.
So when you see him giving you 21, 25, sit back and ask yourself, does he get that if Trae Young isn't playing? So then when Trae Young don't play,
you lose two players.
Production, and you like, bruh, you gave me 25 the other night. Trae didn't play the night. You gave me a quiet ass 17, and you got a majority of those when we was already down 25. So I understand why people would want to move on from John Collins. Let me change that. I understand why people don't want to pay him $27 million. So that's why I don't really like with Mike. I just be fucking with Mike, but Mike make legitimate points. So
yeah, well, the thing is, like John Collins. The thing is, like if we're gonna keep Capella, who can do what John Collins does on the rim running, and the shooting is by all the other players. If you keep John Collins, what you need him to do is to be a bucket in the post. It's cool that he can shoot. That's a luxury. That's an added bonus. But what you need a 6'10", hold on real quick. What you need a 6'10" power forward to do, who's your number two, is to be able to dump the ball down into him when you need 2 points, and he's going to come up with 2 fucking points.
That's what we need. That's what we need our Clint Capella to do. That's what we need him to do.
But you know he's not going to ever be that way.
I really get rid of Capella. If I could upgrade him to a better center, I would dump his ass so fast.
We're going to get to all that. That's going to be in the second half of the show.
Collins. Yes, I say something though.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me say something, man, because you know y'all already know where I stand on JC, man. I about to say I consider myself to be like OG. I guess you'll call me JC hater. I mean, I don't hate the man. You know what I'm saying? What it is, man, what it is with me, and I had to explain for, and I said it earlier before y'all joined the show, man. I'm a Hawks fan, bro. Like, I'm a Hawks fan, you know what I'm saying? So, and then too, you know, I try and be an equal opportunist, man. Like, I'm gonna criticize everybody. Like, we were talking about Trae to even begin with, you know. It's just, you know, we ain't finna get rid of Trae. Like, that's unquestionable. But I still gonna break down his game. But with JC, man, I just put it like this. Back to the original thing, what you brought up was the not meme, but the cut from the article. We stuck with JC, but at the same time, though, I never said, I don't know who said, let him walk for nothing. Like, That's just stupid. Yeah, that's not great for business. I agree with that 100%, Chauncey. That is bad business. That would be a horrible GM. That would be some Coach Bud bullshit, basically, to just let somebody walk up out of here for nothing. That would be dumb. Travis even said himself, it was earlier in the season, probably when Trav still watching stuff though, but he said some key words. He was like, no, we wouldn't let John go for nothing. He said we would not let him go for nothing. Like, we would not let him go for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was like closer to the trade deadline coming apart, and he decided to keep him. You feel me? He didn't make the move then. So it's like he's saying it's like, but at the same time, it depends on how good of a GM he is. If he can work out of a sign and trade, because that's the only thing that'll be still good for business. And some fans might be in their feelings and hurt about it, and some people like, oh, but if he feel like he might can upgrade this team to see where like, oh man, we can win next season if I do this little, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know, I wouldn't be shocked by it. You feel me? But at the same time, though, I won't be surprised if we kept them, because if you look at it, outside of that, you slick stuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I just say maybe you can kind of shave a few little million. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that might be the difference in the type of backup, big or point guard that you can
down
get.
the line.
You know what I'm saying? Not even further down the line this offseason, because we only got a certain amount of money to work with. So if we can turn 12 million to like 16 million, that could be a difference between the quality of veteran big that we get. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or point.
That brings me to the next point. That brings me to the next point, which is, okay, we're pretty much in agreement that we're stuck with JC in a way. Not really stuck with him, but you know, we're gonna reacquire him. We're gonna re-sign him. So who do we go after in free agency? And I'm going to bring up a little chart here, because a lot of people are curious as to what we're going to do this offseason. And I am too, to be honest, because we can go a lot of different ways. And at first, when you're just looking at the power forwards, you're like, that's a thin line. That's a thin line. But when you start to look at who's available as a center,
so that's all we need, a center and
then it gets a little different. And look at these salaries, guys.
You don't pick out nobody 6'10". We need
I'll say, but I can't see that. I don't want nobody thin. I see Nerlens Noel, so that's a no. I mean, I know now. No, nobody slim. Somebody got to come bang.
I can't see the chart. I'm gonna tell you the type of player that I think we need.
Glasses, Johnson.
Huh?
Hey, shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was rough for me.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the type of players that I think we need. Two types of players.
But I
kind of said this over the past couple year and a half. People are like, oh no, we need a veteran big that's got a little enforcer in them that can still give you some production. I'm not gonna mention no names, because if I mention name,
that's what we're doing here, though.
Charlie, talking about Dwight Howard, man.
I want Dwight Howard and Derrick Rose.
But listen, ain't nobody gonna trip. You can mention names.
Robin Lopez. Is Robin Lopez as good as his brother?
I'll take Robin Lopez.
Okay, what about Enes Kanter? I didn't know he was only 6'10".
I love Enes Kanter.
I like Kanter.
But damn, how much is he gonna cost though?
Enes Kanter making $5 million this year.
Oh no, I want Enes Kanter.
Hey man, I said that earlier in the year. That's offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's what I want. Enes Kanter.
Enes Kanter, he the type that winning game for, because he kept getting off his rebounds.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Okay. I swear I did not know he was that cheap. Give me Enes Kanter. And then what D Rose?
The white cheaper, bro.
I don't think that's gonna be a deal. But hey, listen, what about Harry Giles? Should we kick the tires on Harry Giles?
I like Giles, Lou. I like Giles.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot out there, so that if we do have to get JC, we can still get somebody that's going to do the job when we need to in the playoffs.
We need that type of player. It doesn't have to be centered around just Dwight Howard. Just that type of player. And I'm gonna tell you,
get a few in here.
I'm laser focused in. Even if we do bring back Lou Williams, which look like it's gonna happen, because Lou said he want to keep playing, he want to stay here. So if the rumors are correct, but I'm laser focused on a Derrick Rose, because if we bring in a guy like Derrick Rose, he's gonna command attention when he comes into the game, whether he's on the floor with Trey or not. He's gonna command attention, and guess what? We ain't gonna wear him out like the Knicks did. How about that?
So what about this? What about, instead of getting Lou Williams, we convert Kevin Huerter into our Lou Williams, or draft another guy who's a prolific scorer but can't do much else, and we go after someone like DeMar DeRozan? Is that a real possibility?
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but DeMar makes a lot of bread now.
You gotta move, bro. We wing Pat.
It's
in my opinion.
Contract.
we would have to.
I personally wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't be opposed. I would be opposed to it.
I ain't even much line. I trade for him too. I sign and
Yeah.
trade.
I signed it, but the thing about DeMar DeRozan is that he can post up.
Yes, he can. I love one of the best mid-range guys in the NBA, in my opinion.
We don't have a post-up guy. I just know we don't have a real post-up guy. We don't have a guy.
But this will take me back to JC. Now, Mike, you be dead on a lot of shit you say about JC. Why am I having to go after a guy like DeRozan because of his post-up game when we got a guy who we like Mike said, to just call it for what it is. We stuck with him whether you want to be here or not. Look here, JC, I need you in the offseason, sir. I need you to work on your post game because Clint has no offensive skills at all. But guess what? We knew that about him when we got him. We knew we don't get from Clint when we traded for him. So JC need to work on his damn. That's just me personally, and I'm a person who's advocating for him. As y'all say, I'm going hard for him. I'm advocating for him, but me, I'm always advocate for somebody to get their money. But it brings me, it kind of takes me back to JC. If it's for why you want him, Lou, because DeMar, yes, he has a great post-up game, but I love his mid-range game, and I don't think we use mid-range enough.
No. But it's coming back because Trae Young's floater is mid-range. That's a mid-range
Trey. But we got mid-range players in Kev and DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter hurt. Kevin just got to get more consistent and more confident. And I think that he needed to get more strength in like his core or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like I know about stuff like that. The money gonna have to key in on something like that though. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what they say something like that. I just see too when he get to driving or whatever, he get kind of like pushed off or he's not as confident, you know what I'm saying, to really like kind of put his shoulder down and get to the paint and, you know, use his athleticism. But he has that mid-range jump shot or whatever. So it's a matter of him getting consistent at it though. But I see the potential in the players and stuff. That's why I say if we get DeMar DeRozan, I feel like we have to move somebody. You're gonna have to move at least one of the trio of Kev, Dre, and Cam. I just like all three.
I think Kevin Huerter, if you go back and look at that list I showed, I think Kevin Huerter is the odd man out. As far as because of when his timing is, because he comes up when Trae comes up, and I just think I think we just basically lucked out because he just put himself on display. Boston probably wants him, and that wasn't a racist thing, maybe it was. Memphis probably want. All these other teams probably want Kevin Huerter now.
Since we're going with
Utah probably looking at Huerter salivating now. So I think we have something that's overvalued because we have those pieces already. So, I love Huerter.
Guess what?
I like him.
You know what you do? Me, if I'm GM, you know what I do based on what Lou just said and what we all thinking? Because I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking Huerter, odd man out. You know what I do? I go on the slick, extend them for about 2 more years, and then let somebody. Okay, how bad you want? How bad?
Hell no, man. What the?
I'm not ready to move from Kevin, man.
How high
I'll literally defend Kev before I defend JC. I'm sorry.
Kevin Huerter is my favorite Hawk.
He's my favorite Hawk.
He's my favorite Hawk. But I don't have personally feel about it. So I'm gonna check my personal feelings at the door. If it looks like he's gonna be the odd man out, and I already know that he's gonna be the odd man out because I know I got room for 3 max contracts, and 9 times out of 10, he's not one of those 3. Plus, I'm paying.
Bruh, his age.
Hey, bro, you about to sound like why folks don't want to pay JC if you're doing all that, man. That's what I'm saying. If you're looking at all the young boys, JC the odd man out, in my opinion. But it don't.
What's up? That. Let me tell you what's about to happen, bro. And I said this a while ago. We're going to lose. You're going to lose Kevin Huerter. I'm telling you now.
No, Lord, please, no.
I'll tell you what's about to happen.
But back to the same thing I said about JC, Damon.
Bro, unless Kevin Huerter going to take a pay cut, right? Some other team, when he come up, is going to make him an offer that we are not going to match. We're going to lose.
Yeah, we're not paying Herter 20 mil.
But listen,
Bro, we about to extend him now, bro. Like,
You know
get him a
how-
low ball.
you extend him now and make somebody bite on it.
How
Because they don't bite on it.
you got teams like a Boston. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. They look at teams who have a lot of young talent and you scope them and you play it on financials because they know, okay, especially if you re-sign JC, you get better hope, bro. You better hope Trae Young don't make all NBA team because that's gonna be another 200 mil next year. Then you still got Reddish coming up. He come up the same.
Man.
Who we draft?
I feel you, but bro, we will regret losing Herter before we regret losing JC, man.
I agree.
That's just a fact. It's a moment. It's a moment in the playoffs. They showed a stat, and Kev was like the only person who literally got basically all his points, and it didn't come off of something from Trae, and Trae was playing. I don't like. We literally sit here talking about what we need, and then y'all gonna be cool with losing somebody who literally statistically like one of the few. You know what I'm saying? Who on our team can do it without him.
I'm not saying I'm cool with it. I'm just telling you.
I feel you. You ain't saying that, but I don't even want to hear it.
Here's the thing with Hunter, with Herter.
Boy, I took a beating about Kevin Herter.
We're gonna lose players.
I took a beating about him.
Off money, bro. Not us players want to take a pay cut to stay. You think somebody like a Kevin, when these teams come knocking at his door with these max offers, you think his agent gonna say, you know what, man, you're doing real good in Atlanta, but it's not gonna offer you what this team is offering you. And you know what else they'll do? They'll do stuff like this. Hey, Herter, we can give you a bigger role here.
No, he ain't.
You can be
man. I mean, it's a good and bad situation. It sucks, man.
That's why I say
he said we argue.
Let's get ahead of the game and extend him now. You extend Herter now. Wait, because you already know you're gonna keep Young, so you ain't got to extend Young now. You already know you're gonna keep him. Even though me personally, I give his ass the super max right now. I slap the shit out of his. I wish he would say something. I slap him and his daddy and I. No,
bruh.
But anyway, no. But still,
let's get back to it,
bro. If that was my agent. If that's my agent, he came and told me that, I would fire him on the spot. Why would I sign a deal 2 years out when I already know I can get better and I can get more money? Why would I sign a deal now? Why?
Because it's a hometown discount type deal where he's
taking on home. Only people who take hometown discounts is veterans who ring chasing.
Chauncey, but here, not Chauncey, but Damon. Here's the real thing, though, is that Herter's going to make as the 18th pick in the 2018 draft. He's already allotted, $2 million this year and $4 million next year. If he goes up and if he does the extension now, next year's contract or next year's number is not going to be $4 million. It's going to be 10, 12 mil. And that's worth it to these guys.
Watch this. Okay, say he don't sign a deal. What's his numbers going to be? What's his contract number going to be 2 years from now? Right. When he put up, say he's do the same exact thing. Say he averaged 15 points doing the same exact role he does now. You don't think another team is going to see and say this guy got potential? You don't think they're gonna go to this agent and triple what he is making and offer him a bigger role on a team?
I'm not denying that.
I think we all know that's gonna happen, Damon. I
want to propose this to everybody real quick. I just want to propose this to everybody real quick.
Money. I'm not saying it. I don't
hold on, Damon. Hold on real quick. I want to propose this to everybody. We just went to the finals, and we have six. The Eastern Conference Finals. We have 6 guys that we drafted that are heavy in our rotation. We have 4 free agents that we just brought in from last year. And we have 3 number 1 picks in the next 2 years draft. We have to package some of these guys up and make them better players. Because like Jay, like this guy here was saying, is like we're not going to get anywhere if we keep going after these B grade players. We got to go and package some of these guys and go get an A+ player. Go get another.
Bro, they too young. I would agree if these boys is over 25, man. They too young, man. They 22.
I disagree with you on that, Lou, because what Mike's saying, the thing about And trust me, Lou, I understand why you saying what you saying, but I'm saying if it ain't, I'm saying, you know, I just use the analogy. You know how when we was younger kids growing up, and Mama had a cake in the oven, and Mama threatened us, "Don't go in that fucking kitchen until that cake is done. Let the cake finish baking. We got a cake that's baking right now, and it's almost done. Let this cake finish baking." Like when people always mention about stars and superstars, safe to say we got a superstar, right? Is it safe to say Trey falls in the superstar category? Do he not?
Yeah.
I think when I
took
said
a beating for that,
and I said that your Atlanta Hawks, we finally arrived now. We done got everybody's attention now. You know, it's like you may go into a fight. Listen, man, at the end of Friday, everybody know Debo kick Craig ass. But guess what though? But in the end, Craig opened Debo eyes. We Craig and the rest of the NBA is Debo. They know now. Okay, well, we can't look past them now. That right? Yeah. Okay, we got to take them seriously now. Okay, all right. The folks in New York, it's a realistic fan in New York saying, "Yeah, y'all talking about all that. Y'all talking all that shit about how trash the Hawks is, but they gentlemen sweeped us." It's a realistic Philly fan saying they beat us in games 1, 5, and 7 on our court.
Hey, Philly got to relook their whole team.
It's even a realistic Milwaukee Bucks fan saying
they need to fire El Brand.
Yeah, we beat them, but hell, let's keep it real, man. They didn't have Trae Young for the last 4 games of the series because he was hurt in Game 6. And we never seen DeAndre Hunter. So we get everybody attention now. So now that's why when I see all these wild ass trade scenarios, man, I'm gonna tell you, I almost threw my fucking phone at the
fine line. It's a fine line because you don't want to do what New York did, and you don't want to mortgage everything for a Carmelo Anthony just to be 2 years down the line, you know, paying $200 million a year or whatever they ended up paying Melo, and then losing everybody. So I hear y'all's complaint, but the thing is, like, we are in a special position where we're ahead of the game mentally, and we have too many assets. If you play the game wrong, you can turn your team into nothing now, right? But if you play it right, you can literally become a dominant team for 5 years.
But that doesn't mean you have to take talent and go trade your talent for a superstar, because guess what? When you do that, you change the whole you change the chemistry, you change everything about your team when you drag in another dog. Now let me add something to that.
I agree.
Now, if it was an alpha, say, I'm thinking like 2 years down the line, say it was an alpha dog like a Zion that Trey fucked with Zion, then you got, that's different. But say you can't just bring in, trade all your assets just for any old star, number one. And number two, why would you even think about trading anybody under 23 years old who's giving you this type of production? You don't want to see what else you can do, what they're going to become, because.
Well, let's bring up the one guy that has made sense, Damon, and I'll let you answer it first. Hold on,
Go ahead.
Just bring up this guy, Karl Anthony Towns.
What about him?
Is he a superstar that fits the bill? Do we give up Danilo Gallinari and Kevin Huerter and these guys to go after a Karl Anthony Towns?
I give up. Gallinari and Clint. They can have them motherfuckers for Cat. I'm not giving up Collins for Cat though. Nope.
Whoa, you wouldn't give up John Collins for Karl Anthony Towns?
Nah.
So somebody to shoot better.
Huh?
He shoot better, and he. So what? Where is your limitation with Cat? Because Cat's got paid. Cat got paid. Like he's a bona fide star in our league.
He got paid.
A legit star that loses games. I mean, point blank. Period.
Not for him. Come on, you doing the Trey thing. You doing the Trey thing. You got Trey playing with
Trey. Technically,
you got Trey playing with Alex Lennon. Gonna say Trey ain't shit.
Wait, say that one more time, Lou. What'd you say?
you're doing the Trey Young thing where everybody's like, oh, Trey got empty stats, he ain't shit. But then you put him with the team and he can do something.
So
what I'm saying is there is a culture there in Minnesota that's been vapid.
Who he played with this year? You got D'Lo.
Who you play with? Name his coach. Name his coach. Name his basketball coach.
Anthony Edwards supposed to be the second.
Name his basketball coach.
Hey, you can't name nobody else. I could, but I bet you can't name nobody else.
Name the basketball coach.
D'Lo, Cat.
Name the general manager there. Name the guy that it's not McHale. Kevin McHale's not there.
Bro, the coach got fired. They was on track when they had Flip Saunders. Flip Saunders died.
Why you went back? What?
Son takes over. Right?
Flip ain't been there in a minute.
Time, Cat Williams is there. Okay.
Cat Williams.
I mean, Cat is there. Cat there, right? And goddamn, they bring in. So it was Cat. Then they got what's the other draft pick they got from Cleveland? Who's Andrew Wiggins. So you had Wiggins, Cat, okay,
Butler.
Shit with them two. When they got Jimmy Butler, so they had all three of them. Made the
Wiggins empty stats.
They let Butler, right? Then they go back to stinking again. Then they send what's his name, Wiggins, to Golden State to get D'Lo because Cat wanted D'Lo because they supposed to.
They wanted him.
Guess what? They don't win shit again. Go
Cat,
back.
What, bro? How many games Cat played this year?
Let me say this real quick because Cat Williams is 25 years old. Cat Williams.
You say who's 25?
Cat Williams. You got me saying it. Karl Anthony Towns is 25 years old.
Right.
He's gone through an emotional situation with his parents.
That's what I was about to say, man.
He ain't even played this year, bro, like that.
That man lost his mama and his dad.
Okay, man.
And here's the thing.
He had 2 years off, basically.
Here's the thing. Is when you have it, if we are what we say we are, if we can bring in a Karl Anthony Towns that's a little undervalued right now, bring him into our culture, our situation.
What you think you're gonna trade to get Cat?
Bro, I sent y'all a proposal in the messenger.
Bro, they said they're him, bro. They said it. They
said what?
You think people ain't trying to get Cat from them already? They hold
Cat. Trying again.
You think
they ain't us?
Collins and some draft picks. Man, are you crazy?
No, here you go, bro. Right here. I got you, Damon. Listen to this though. Would you do this though? Would y'all do this, Chauncey? Listen to it.
Share your screen. Share your screen. You should have a share screen button at the bottom.
Man, I'm looking at my phone, man.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm about to say you doing what? Let me see if we can do that. You could probably do it because it's in the group, bro.
No,
I'm talking about the one I sent. Share the screen because I want the folk follow and see it. All right,
before
look.
Mike share that, I'm gonna say this.
Group.
I'm gonna say this before Mike share that. I'm gonna say this. Minnesota is the one team that I keep hearing about that's gonna throw their pocketbook at John Collins. I just want to put that out there.
But if they do that, that means they're keeping Cat.
Minnesota,
yeah, probably. They might want to.
Watch this. Hey, watch this, dog. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would ship JC out for old Anthony, bro. That motherfucker baller, bro. I'm sorry.
You want to ship him out for Anthony? No, I mean I wouldn't be mad about that either. But come on, bro. You gonna say you sent him out for Anthony? No, bro. We can't go train 4 wings, bro.
Hey, I go pray Anthony Edwards and Zion. Goddamn, we gonna win this shit.
You going back young, man. I'm trying to get an established playoff scorer. That's what I want.
That's one of them 2K rosters, man. That's what they talking about in the group. You know, like they on this 2K.
Go do that trade right now. Okay.
I got some pretty good trades in 2K. They let any old thing go. But
I will say this though. Let me say this. Does Karl Anthony Towns make us a better team?
Yes.
I will admit.
Yeah.
Fucking does. Yes, he does.
Yeah. I mean, that's just real. Yes, he does.
Look, bro.
Look
at what we'll get here.
Say that again.
Look what we'll get here.
All right, let me look at this.
I'm not a fan of this trade. I
can't see it. Y'all just tell me what it is.
John Collins, Gallinari, Clint Capella, Karl Anthony Towns, Only thing I would change on this trade is that I would do I would sign and trade Collins. So you do a sign and trade. You could max Collins however much Minnesota want to pay,
And wash the money out with Towns. Towns' money.
Yeah. So you sign and trade John for it'll be John, and it don't even have to be Clint or Gallinari because if you
I say Gallo, man. No Gallo in there.
Hold on. If you sign,
I need to hear every player because I can't see it.
If you sign, hold on, let me finish real quick. If you sign and trade Collins, say you talk to Minnesota, you say Minnesota, do y'all want to max him or you just want to get well? They gotta max him because Collins could just leave and go to Minnesota if he just take the 4 years. But John would want to do the 5 years, so it would have to be a sign and trade. So you could sign and trade John Collins 5 years, whatever the deal, probably gonna be around $25 million. That'll almost wash out Karl Anthony Towns' money, and then you only got to match the trade for Rubio. So,
okay. I'll get ready to say I need to hear every player that's in that deal again.
All right, Gallo, Clint, and John.
Who we sending?
Gallo, Clint, and John.
And it's a first round pick there, though. Y'all gotta remember that. That's this year pick.
I don't even care about picks these years. Champagne bottle popping. Hey,
so Gallo, Clint, and John for Towns and Rubio.
Yeah.
I'll steal a car and go pick them motherfuckers up. And I love all them players we let go. I love Gallo.
I do too, Chauncey. I do too.
But I'll steal a car and go pick them motherfuckers up.
Yeah. Hey,
and I keep Rubio.
You just sign and trade.
Hey guys, real quick. This is something that I want y'all to talk about. Hold on, real quick, Damon. This is something I want y'all to talk about because I think this is absolute bullshit.
What's that?
And it's this right here. It says, "Don't hype up a postseason where every star player was injured." I don't give a shit about what y'all's team was doing. We were playing teams that were fully healthy. We played a fully healthy New York team. We played a fully healthy Philly team, and we played a fully healthy Milwaukee team until Giannis got hurt.
And we were hurt too, though. Who was this guy?
And that's the other thing is we got two guys on our squad, Cam and DeAndre, that were hurt, and they are 1 and 2.
I swear to God, I was just talking with Maurice about this. What kills me is when people sit up there, like when they was talking about this punk ass asterisk shit. But you know what they failed to mention? They failed to mention that we went that Cam and Dre counting the playoffs missed over 50 games. What they failed to mention that Bogey missed over 25 games. What they failed to mention is Gallo missed almost 20 games. What they failed to mention is we made it all the way through the playoffs, 2 games away from the finals, and in the finals we didn't have our best player for the main part of the Eastern Conference Finals.
LeBron got hurt though.
Talk about somebody else that's hurt. That shit killed me.
And that ain't our fault.
It
Hey, don't it feel good not seeing Steph and LeBron in the finals? It's good to have a new champion, man.
And you know what?
Yeah. And if anybody wants to get that rap, it would be the Suns. The Suns played a depleted one team. All the teams that they played, they lost their start.
They definitely did.
I'm not bumming them because they still have to win 4 games against 5 different teams.
Games, because look at us. Giannis went down and we didn't win the games. So
exactly.
And AD, the Lakers need to look at them goddamn selves. AD hurt for I don't know how long. LeBron went
always hurt.
Hey guys, and the bow on the top, on this is
every star was injured. Not every star.
What happened? Actually, what happened when you were
stars was injured.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Hey, LeBron.
Man, stop casual fans, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, LeBron was healthy in the playoffs, though.
The people who saying this shit, fans of those players are their favorite players that got hurt. And
that's all it is.
As much respect I got for LeBron, LeBron can go somewhere and suck a dog's penis because now all of a sudden you want to complain about the injuries that because you were a 7 seed that got knocked out 2 seed. You want to complain about the injuries, but guess what? Y'all was in the bubble and folks is opting out due to COVID injuries.
No, we gotta play.
Let's win one for Kobe.
Right, and I remember the bow on the bow on the top is that as a group we knew what this team was building when we were 15 and 20. When we were 15 and 20, we were looking at this team going, all right, we're where we want to be. And so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. We're just ahead of our own projections.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we got further than we should have or this, that, and the other. Well, y'all done fucked up because y'all done let us in there and we got a taste of it and we didn't lose and we didn't look scared.
Man, it wasn't no group civil war for nothing, bro. Like, like folks was mad about what was happening with the team. Like, it shouldn't be this way.
Remember when I kept saying, listen, they are not ready for y'all Atlanta Hawks to take over. I kept saying that shit. I said they are not ready for y'all Atlanta Hawks to take over. We gonna have to deal with all this fuckery, all the fuck shit, because they not. That's why they coming up with all these wild ass trade scenarios and all that. No, bro, we good on this end. We straight. Lou, trust me, I hear you on bringing in that premier that premier player. But guess what? No, bro, we good on this end. We look. I hear you. In 4 years, guess what? Travis like a goddamn dope dealer to me. He done flipped. He don't win a guy to 7 and flipped it into a key in 4 years.
No doubt. Let's talk about that team that he let go. I mean, he had nothing. That 60-win team was old and this, and he literally turned all those things into what we got now. Golf clap. And you know, I trust the moves that they're going to make. So that's what I'm saying is like, I don't mind if they keep JC or if they trade JC, as long as they bring in a post presence. Like my thing is this is we're there. Now it's time to tinker. We got a couple of years to tinker to get this team to win us a championship. And I think defense, big post defense, it's just a necessity because now you got DeAndre Ayton on the other side. You got you got Giannis and Brook Lopez. These are big guys, and I don't care how much hustle and heart you want and have, but when you 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", which is what our front line is, it's not going to match up when you got 2 7-footers.
Hey, size matters. Don't let them ladies lie to you.
Listen, let me tell you something, bro. Hey, I'm thinking about that damn trade.
I am too. I was just about to say something about it, Chauncey.
Hey, you're gonna need an SUV.
I'm thinking about it because I'm thinking about okay. Well, now who gonna play the power forward for? But guess what though? That's an embarrassment of riches. Because guess what? If I got a cat at the center, Dre Hunter, go get in the weight room, dog.
No, you got 00 still. Throw him out there. I don't mind a 2-year 00 starting with if you got Cat and DeAndre and Bogey and Trey. And then you got all the other guys coming in. I don't mind 00 getting a start.
00 at the power forward though?
Yeah.
You put him at the power forward?
He is quick enough to guard any small forward.
6'8", bro. Like, I so play him at power forward. And then that works with Cat because supposedly Cat doesn't play defense, but to me he plays well enough. That way 00 can defend the quote unquote better big in that situation. And Cat, it's like you swap out JC and Clint. You know what I'm saying? It's like 00 become Clint offensively, but a better finisher around the rim. And then Cat becomes JC with the pop, and he still shoots just as well from JC from 3, if not better.
And he's not going to get bullied inside.
And he can get you close to 50 without turning. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally be that guy or something like that. So that's
okay.
Just.
So how,
I mean,
okay.
So, and then we can Rubio that backup point guard on top of that. Like
how you gonna replace Gallo's production off the bench?
That's what I'm saying. I would hate Gallo, but hopefully try and find somebody.
You don't
on top of that, but he still ain't done.
Hey, for that trade, you don't have to trade Gallo. That's why you do the sign and trade. That
was
That's a good call. That's a good call.
If you swing keeping Gallo,
you talking about just Collins and Capella and the number 1 pick.
You don't have
for Cat and Rubio.
Hey, Rubio, yeah.
I'll slap shit out of them. They tell me they'll give me I'll slap shit out of them. I put them in my ass. I put them in my ragged ass goddamn 2003 Pathfinder out there. I slap shit out of both of them and tell them we'll send for that thing. I will steal.
The problem is
all the way.
Let's listen to Debbie Downer.
Your problem is where does Minnesota? How much value does Minnesota put on Cat? Because you can make the money match. That's not a problem. But does the talent match what they're looking for in return? That's what might get.
Oh, bro, they can have the next 3 number ones. We're not gonna need them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is
We're not gonna need them.
And
Bro,
they might be
they can have
thinking
next
to
week.
go because they like
Bro.
what you said. They ain't won with Cat, so they might could think
Bro.
like, let's move. You get JC, you get a Clint that's still a good rebounder and defender. You got Ant-Man on the perimeter with D'Lo.
Okay.
I
Is
would
this-
hope they would go for it, but they probably won't.
this-
They can get the next 3 number
watch
ones.
this. It go to this, man.
We need them.
Soon as people find out Cat is available, now you're gonna be competing with other teams. So,
But I'm saying though, Trav a good GM. He ain't got to be told to him. He might just be hitting them up like, "Hey, look, you know."
it's
Yeah.
not about him. It's about having the assets that another team wants that they value.
They want JC. He top free agent.
yeah. How can you say we don't have the assets right now?
Listen, y'all listen to what I'm saying. Let me say it again.
I am.
Let me say it. When Cat becomes available, other teams. Let me tell you who got more assets than we do.
Okay. Oklahoma City Thunder.
They got fucking assets.
But they ain't ready to win. They ain't ready to pull that trigger.
You want to build up, you want to start over? That's who you go see. They got about 50 picks. Okay.
But they ain't ready to do that.
My point, they can't do what, Lou?
No, they ain't ready to do that. They're not ready to bring in any superstar that's legitimate.
What you think they waiting on, bro?
Waiting for Shea Gillis and his
No,
Al
they-
Capucos to play good.
Superstar, and they're gonna take those assets and they're gonna move them. But my point is this.
Bro,
This is my point. This is my point, though.
I disagree, man.
Hold on, I want to hear one.
This is my point.
Yeah.
Where you have to find out where does Minnesota value Cat? From what I've read, Cat, they're never getting. They already said they're not trading him. They're not going to put him on the trade block. They said that this trade deadline. They said they're not trading him. So they
Does he
hope
have to be on the trade block to get
him.
traded.
So they at a high standard. That's what you got to find out. What do they value Cat at?
Who gives a shit about what they value? If you give them, I hear what you're saying. Who gives a shit about what they value? If you give them the right deal,
bro, listen. Our draft picks ain't worth shit because we picking in the 20s from now on.
No, we have like a top 5 pick coming up next year.
No value whatsoever to a rebuild. They don't care about that shit, right?
But I'm saying though, our pick this year get them 2 first rounders, and JC himself and Kev was both 19.
Yeah.
You still can find something at 20,
And,
my
and,
guy.
and can I tell y'all, because I have a draft list here. We have Sharif Cooper at 20. We have Trey Mann at 20. There's a ton of talent, NBA talent at 20.
Who was picked at 21?
When?
Said who was picked at 21?
Yeah, after Kev.
Jokic was picked at
Who was picked at 18?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, but what I'm saying though is that you do your GM due diligence is still. What I'm saying is that I just disagree about the assets thing. It ain't just picks, bro. You talking about John Collins, who a lot of people supposedly have him high on their board. He's the top free agent or whatever. You talking about John Collins, and you talking about Clint Capella, who is a very good defender and rebounder. They would. I'm just saying from an opposite team standpoint, plus along with a pick that will give me 2 picks in the first round, and my own pick is in the earlier.
and I got some better players than what I have now.
and then
Minnesota got 2 people on max contracts already. D'Lo of max deal, Cat max deal. So you take
Give them flexibility.
no, it doesn't, because you take it on 2.
Because Gallo and Clint should be coming off soon.
18 million. You take it on 18 million with Clint. Then you're gonna take on 27 million with Collins. So where's Minnesota at? I don't see that. And you still got look down the line because you're gonna have to re-up Anthony Edwards. Because Collins coming to you on a fresh 4-year or 5-year deal.
But they ain't got to worry about that because they just got Ant-Man this year. Collins, they can trade Collins or just let him walk by the time Ant-Man come up.
Right.
I mean, it's the same situation here with us when it comes to double O. That's what it just said.
If they get him from us, that means John Collins is getting a minimum. He getting 4 years over $100 million. They're just not gonna let.
Okay, and I'm telling you that they good on a rookie deal with Ant-Man until it's time for they to make another decision on JC. The same way we're here, good if we got JC and double O won't be an issue until we looking at contract again for JC.
True on that in 4 years, but they still don't get no cap relief this year if they make that deal. They still
might not, but I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm trying to make a point from a biased standpoint, and you know what I'm saying.
Because they drafted Cat.
Finding the loop.
But they drafted Cat. They drafted Cat, so they get all the benefits because they have his bird rights. So, I mean, like it won't if they trade him or it won't hurt. It won't hurt you as much.
They're
So
gonna part ways eventually.
Listen, man.
Don't mean us. What do it mean to
Carl
us?
Anthony Towns is it's safe to say that he's a guy that demands the ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope. Oh shit, 27.
You didn't-
Well,
You didn't draft Anthony Edwards to defer to Carl Anthony Towns.
I'm saying, and eventually with D-Lo, man, they one of them boys, somebody leaving.
Now,
Listen, it's a smart trade for both teams.
I'm speaking logically now. I'm not a Minnesota fan. So you didn't draft Anthony Edwards number 1 overall for him to down the line for him to defer to Carl Anthony Towns. That may cause a rift. Now, Trey Young, on the other hand, he's not gonna have a problem deferring to Carl Anthony Towns because Trey know he can get his 27 to 30 anyway, even with deferring to him. Okay.
let's not say the word defer, man.
Okay. However whatever word you want to use.
Like you got to give up.
Here's my thing.
Word you want to use.
How about
Okay.
pass
Here's the word I want to use: incorporate.
Now listen, okay, incorporate word, whatever. Tomato. Let me finish the fucking point. Now, as far as John Collins is concerned, see, we're looking deep into John Collins because we're Hawks fans. But the casual fan or the casual GM, you know what they're gonna see when they see John Collins? I see John Collins is spotted up in the corner in games 5 and 7 for that goddamn dagger making 3. That's what they're gonna see. So that's how his value gonna spike. His value gonna spike. So now when we trade him off, the Minnesota fans gonna be like, we got John Collins.
Facts though.
I'll steal a car. I'll put John in the car. I'll slap the shit out of him and just shut the fuck up and work on some post move when he get up. When he get up there.
When he get up there.
I tell Clint Capella, yeah, you my boy. Right here looking like a 27-year-old Kwame. You can get the hell on too, and then we can give him all them goddamn picks.
Really want Cat? You need to make a real offer. Now I'm telling you.
I think it's a good offer.
Cat, I'm gonna tell you what I would give him. I re-sign Collins, send him Collins. I'll give him a first round pick this year, next year, and I'll give him Kevin Herter. Boom. That's an offer they can't refuse. Would you do that? Because they're gonna want a young player in return.
Yeah, I would do that.
They say that again. I thought Kevin Herter was young, but go ahead. I thought 23 was young.
Hey, listen.
You give him a first round pick this year, next year, and you give him Kevin Herter.
I'll put Kevin Herter in the car and I'll tell him, look here.
Man, no. Y'all tripping, bro.
Kevin,
we win the championship. Gallo go back on, bro. We win like 7 in a row.
So you wouldn't get rid of Kevin Herter?
Bro. Just think of this team. Just think Trey, Ricky Rubio, Kevin Herter, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Carl Anthony Towns, Double O, Bogey still. Come on, no.
Herter not to get Carl Anthony Towns. That's what you telling me. You let Kevin stop you from
I would extremely hate it. That's all. I would
extremely hate it. Remember when Philly let
I would be hurt.
Ben Simmons and not got James Harden?
I'm back out there because my feelings involved.
Luke,
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be hurt, bro. I'll be hurt to lose Kev, bro. I don't know, man. I feel good about Kev just the way I do with Dre and Cam, bro. Like I really do.
I got feelings for Kev in a non-homosexual way, but I got feelings for Kev.
Yes or no, man? Yes or no? Would y'all make that deal? Yes or no?
Say it again.
It'd be hard for me to do it. What was the whole deal? What was the whole deal?
I would
because hold on, Chauncey, let me tell him so he can make his decision. You re-sign John Collins, right? So that's the money good on Carl Anthony Towns. Re-sign
sign and trade. Okay, yeah.
Sign and trade Collins, but Minnesota says I want a first round pick this year, next year, and I want a young player. And they say we want that player to be Kevin Herter. Would you do?
So it's only JC picks and Kevin Herter?
Yeah.
But then what we doing with Clint though, man? You ain't playing Clint and Cat together.
I don't know.
Clint coming off the bench.
Bro, I'm just trading for because Minnesota ain't gonna probably don't want Clint.
Hey, can Clint play power forward? He ain't quick enough, is he? Not laterally.
I'm saying though, like, why wouldn't they want Clint when they're losing the center to get a power forward? They'll get a power forward and replace their center with a defensive and rebounder who don't need the ball, who Anthony Edwards can just go to work with.
Because I'm assuming before they get rid of Cat, they're probably gonna already have their eyes on a big. either in the draft
Man,
or
you,
they
you
look.
just don't like Kev, bro. You keep trying to get rid of him, bro.
What say?
I don't listen.
What you say?
I don't give a damn who big I got my eyes on. Hey,
Bro, I'm just asking.
Rap, if in
What
the
would
trade,
you give up
if
for Cat?
listen,
That's all I'm
if in the trade,
Get all the other schematics.
listen,
I'm
if
trying
hey,
to think,
listen, if in the trade,
how much do you want Cat? If they say throw in a young player, give me a young player on the Hawks, you will get rid of them. If they said
Man,
we want a player with
Clint Young,
huh?
Clint under 30.
how old you think Clint is, Demond?
He ain't that old.
You talking?
He's
Clint not 28. Is he 28?
He's 28.
Clint
I thought
Capella.
Bogey was 28 and Clint was a little younger.
I think Clint
No.
like 7, man.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
You got
I
that in
think
front of you?
I
You
think
got
Clint's
that in front of you?
Listen,
He's
man.
25.
Yeah, let me look for it real quick.
He's
You
25.
I don't think Clint 28.
Why would I have my eye on the big when I could get the NBA's leading fucking rebounder, third shot?
I think he's 27.
I was close. I knew
He's 27. And he
Bro,
just turned
Mike.
27 May 18th. I knew I saw younger this year. He just turned
Yeah.
27 in May.
No, he's 27.
He just older than them. He just older than.
I'm
Trey.
saying I saw younger this year.
Yeah.
Damn, that's small.
Clint's still young, bro. Listen, we gonna send y'all Capella. We gonna sign and trade.
Bro, you bigging up Capella. If Capella's so good, why you trading him?
Because
Clint
he's an
Capella is
asset, like you
limited.
said, bro. You need assets.
Capella do that. Capella. Trade
But
that.
it makes sense.
All right.
It makes sense.
So it's like, oh, why the fuck
Why,
we
why,
want him?
why would I have Cat and
Okay,
Capella in the starting lineup?
You trying to upgrade your center position by giving us the motherfucker you don't want. We don't want his ass. I want a young player.
No, listen. In a perfect world, I'd rather keep Capella to bring him off the bench.
But on the real though,
Can I just point this out though?
Trade making sense.
I was just trying to.
Chauncey, wait, can I point this out?
Go ahead.
Clint Capella's PER is 24, Cat's is 23. So yes, they would look at that and be like, okay, we can get a guy that compares in his production, and we can get a superstar in JC that just went through a playoff run.
They don't compare in production. That dude a walking double. He'll walk in 2010. What are you talking about? Clint Capella missing layups. How they saying the production?
That's what I'm saying. Imagine Clint Capella not missing those layups because we had Cat Williams instead. Or Cat Town. Now you got me saying it all the damn time.
We'd be in the championship. We'd have beat Philly in 5. We'd have beat Bucks in 5.
So if y'all,
we moving Cat to the 5,
right? If y'all think that
we moving Cat to the 5.
Yeah.
Why would we let Kevin Herter stand in the way of a deal like that?
No,
I wouldn't. I would be like, I'm so sorry.
Mike,
Lou
okay,
Lou
get rid of Kevin Herter.
I'm gonna tell you, you got a name, Lou.
The other deal make more sense.
Lou be
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
It ain't making
Yeah.
Hey, Lou like,
Demond just want us to get rid of Kev, bro. He been trying that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get us to move Kevin.
I will say this in all seriousness.
I don't want to get rid of Kevin.
But listen, in all seriousness, guys, but let's listen to this. In all seriousness, for guys to overachieve the way they did, they have to have such belief in each other, and upsetting that type of apple cart is something to consider. Like it's not a stat that shows up. It's an intangible of not having to like that off the backboard thing doesn't happen because they did that shit for 3 years before they busted it out in the game. That type of shit does not happen. So there is some loss that's intangible, but I do think that we win more games by the ability to do the basic things in the post and to hit those layups when we get those easy layups.
Well, Trevor's not good at keeping the locker room right, so.
All this good for chopping up purposes. That's all the reason why I said don't fuck with it at all. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Hey,
which was what happened most likely.
Now what? Yeah, I got a call. How about this, guys?
Go ahead.
All right, give me one player you will add to the current team right now that would have helped us beat the Bucks.
A free agent or something?
A free agent.
Or just a player.
Just
like pie in the sky?
A free agent, not somebody who's on a team. One of the free agents off that list. Give me one. Whether it's a guard,
Cancer,
or big, who you think would have helped us beat the Bucks?
Enos Cancer.
Enos Cancer.
Nah, I'm not even gonna say Enos Cancer.
Here's why I say
Lou, I'm telling you, man, Lou need a name, bro. Look at Lou like.
Hold on.
I need a name.
Here's why I say. Let me explain to you why I say Enos Cancer.
Oh, correct.
The Bucks got a lot of second chance points with that tipping and that tapping and shit. Enos ain't let none of that shit go on.
You're right.
We actually made PJ Tucker relevant in this series. Listen, that's why I say
Bobby Porter.
Enos Cancer. But my second guy will be Derrick Rose.
And you right, Mike. Hey, we have Bobby Porter's looking like a legit all-star, like a 20-5 guy. That motherfucker.
Yeah, that top five
bro
motherfucker
legit got benched the series before, man.
Hey, listen. I'll tell you this though. Bobby Portis is a free agent next year, so that man is playing for money.
I wish somebody smacked the shit out of this motherfucker.
I know, me too. Hey, but Bobby Portis was killing us every time we played them because JC is a liability on defense.
No, it ain't a liability. You know what it was? What Mike said, bro. That motherfucker out hustled the whole fucking team.
Yeah, but Lou got a point though, bro. It ain't the first time, bro. I peeped it all season, man. Every time we played the Bucks, bro, it's one game for sure during the season we lost to them due to Bobby Porter, bro.
Exactly.
Like it really low, bro. It's frustrating that it still happened again.
And it was Korkmaz with Philly. That guy that goes in there and grabs a rebound, lays it in when you're not expecting it because you're not doing the shit you're supposed to do. That type of shit is something that we definitely
got our work. Listen, we lost to Milwaukee because we got our work.
We got outworked, man. It's just frustrating, bro.
We got outworked. We was at 2-2, and they literally outworked us in games 5 and 6. They outworked us straight up. When Connaughton down there getting offensive boards and stick backs, that shit is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. I looked and I saw that man is 6'3".
God damn it.
That man is 6'3", was out there getting game-winning rebounds.
It's unacceptable.
What was Clint?
Bruh, man.
But here's the thing, because this is what I do know. This is what I do know about somebody like Cat specifically, is that he is not motivated at times to play with his teammates. I think he's got a special talent at being that tall and that's gifted. He's gifted. I when Mike brought him up this morning, I've been looking for somebody. I looked at his highlights. He had game-winning blocks. Let's not forget it. Like he's
that's what I'm saying, man. Damon say he don't play no defense. I laughed at that because I understand bigs, bro. Like, nah, bro can play defense.
Yeah,
he
bro
just gotta be engaged.
Like, if you get around a culture where now you have supposedly Trey is a demon in practice where he demands a lot from his players and he talks shit and he's that type of guy in practice. Now, in practice, if Cat's got that around him, is that going to turn him off, or is that going to elevate him to a place that he's never played before? And if a super talent gets the mental right, they can elevate. It's not like you're trying to bring this guy that has mediocre skills.
He ain't elevated Minnesota then.
Like I said, there's motivations involved. There's age involved. He's 20, 21, got paid. Nobody's got to listen to him. He's got Jimmy Butler coming in, has a situation with that. His mom died, this, that, and the other. Now he's in a different mindset. He comes into a team that's already established in its culture, and he's got to fit in. And if he fits in, he could take us to that next level.
Let me say this, Luke. Let me say this for Damon. All right, Damon, let me say this, though, Damon. In Minnesota.
I got to ride with Damon on that one. Lou, I love you to death. But, hey, when he go to that goddamn killing machine, and he read off his balance, when he go to that killing machine and read off his balance,
he wasn't on fucking
be motivated
all the goddamn time.
Now, the part about the personal, the emotional stuff, losing his mom and his dad, I can ride with you on that. But being engaged, that killing machine say he need to be engaged when he check his balance.
That's because he's too busy playing fucking Fortnite.
Let me say this then. I'm going to address everything and I'm going to address the comment too. Why did Jimmy Bucket dog him out in Minnesota? I mean, I don't know. I can't really comment to that, man. But I'll say this. Though. Jimmy Butler might be one of the few.
But
go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm just saying. I mean, people keep bringing that up because Damon did that too. It's just like, well, Jimmy might just be one of the few people in the league. Well, hell, we're getting everybody shit in the league. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and Chris Paul that same way too. It's like he gonna get in any and everybody. you know, everybody at the same time though, Cat was a younger guy. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, we not asking him to come here necessarily to be the number one type person or the dog or something like that. And then too, y'all keep talking about what he did individually for himself. He accomplished a lot statistically. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that we're asking, and that's what we need to transfer here. That's all. All the other stuff or whatever, bro. Like, man, we already that team. We already this and that. We ain't the non-playoff team trying to get Cat here to take us to the conference finals.
Exactly.
No.
I just heard.
So we about to go trade
Hold on.
$9 million. Do
Right.
what exactly?
Hold on, Chauncey. Hold on, Chauncey. I got you next, dog.
To get us over the hump.
We pay $9 million to do what exactly? What's gonna be it? What's his purpose? So if he's not here to help.
Well, nah, time out though, bro. You gonna pay JC, but you know whatever. I don't want to hear none of that, man. We gonna pay whoever.
All right, Chauncey. What were you gonna say?
Did somebody just mention Jimmy Butler?
Yes.
Yeah. It was in a comment.
Same Jimmy Butler who left Chicago to go to Minnesota.
He got traded
For whatever reason. He got traded to Chicago to go to Minnesota.
Then went to Philly.
He went to Minnesota to Philly.
Couldn't do it there.
He went to Philly to Miami.
What you mean he couldn't do it in Philly? He left for free.
Good, man.
He went from Philly to Miami.
After a while, bro, you good. He on that many teams.
And somebody gonna tell me about what the fuck he said. Somebody.
I agree. I think the thing is like Jimmy Buckets went in there and was like, and Cat was like, "Yo, this is my team," and Jimmy was like, "Nah, dog." And he probably had that same situation in all these places.
No,
Jimmy's not going to take. But now you see him. Now he's in Miami. And he's alpha.
Said it, bro. Jimmy said. Hey, Luke, go watch JJ Redick podcast. Jimmy Butler go up there. He tell you why he left. He tell you the whole, and he tell you why he left Philly, and he tell JJ Redick what happened in Minnesota. What happened in Minnesota was Cat. He said Cat and them boys didn't take the game seriously to win. Right. That's why
I didn't want Cat when Mike said
he ran that game against them. He said basically it was like a little tough love type deal. Like,
I heard that.
I'm showing y'all this what it takes to go to the next level.
Okay. Now what the problem?
But what I'm gonna say though is like what you've been saying, Demond, leadership types are different, bro. Like everybody don't react to like basically in a sense the street nigga who basically that's where Jimmy coming from, being doggone homeless or whatever, like basically bucking on everybody in practice, like like nah, bro. Sometimes might be how I was because our young guys wasn't right, but Gallo, Solo, all them got them right though.
But he was trying to fix. He said,
"Hold on, that's talking stick."
They didn't take the game seriously, that they were lazy. He left Philly. Philly had a decision to make. They went with, what's the boy name? They went with Tobias. Yeah. Damn, what was the exact reason? If you go watch JJ Redick podcast, Jimmy Butler go up there, he tell you the exact reason why he left.
Tobias I ride with Jimmy Butler, man. I agree with him about Cat not being into it and engaged. But what I'm saying is that we can now parlay that into bringing Cat here, and we know he's a special talent. That's undeniable. I'm saying now we can pair that special talent with an already proven special talent and try to elevate our shit to the next level.
Yeah. Everybody think that man soft because of Jimmy, bro. Just because what Jimmy said.
Man, Cat Williams soft than a motherfucker.
Man,
Cat Williams is
whatever, bro.
Cat
Williams. Did I say Cat? Did I say that, bro? I ain't saying that, am I?
Cat, man. Carl Anthony Towns.
Oh, man.
Cat Williams
is a premier center 5 in this league. Hey,
that's what I'm saying, man. Cat, I can't call that man.
And he's got professional skills.
Tell you something what a lot of people do. A lot of people hold certain motherfuckers to a certain standard.
I know, bro.
Because Jimmy Butler said he thought, man, fuck Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler got traded from Chicago because they say he's Michael Jordan's son. Then he got over to Minnesota and said they wasn't engaged enough. Then he got over here to Philly and said, they chose to buy his house on me. Got down here to Miami. They did a fantastic job, by the way. They came out.
Even being the alpha though, that was the first.
You can't say shit about.
Here's a question though.
Hold on.
Here's a question, real quick though, Demond. Real quick, man. I just want to say real quick, just a simple question: if Cat Williams soft, and he not Cat Williams, I keep saying that. If Carl Anthony Towns soft, man. If y'all don't call, you got me, man. You didn't say that jump first. You got me saying that like crazy.
He got
Yeah,
beat
he
up by a
was.
15-year-old. Go ahead.
If Carl Anthony Towns soft, man, y'all calling him soft whoop whoop, bro. Like, what is JC, man? Like, I don't want to get Hawks fans mad, but we talking basketball. What is JC?
And I love JC. If you
JC
call it cat, you can't call it cat. You call it Carl Anthony Towns, then JC a baby shit. We already know they mentally soft. We already know they mentally soft because you can't show them tough love. We ain't gonna go that off. I had to throw that in.
He's soft too when you think about it.
Exactly. I think the thing is, we already got our Kobe. We already got our. We got Trey.
Man, fuck Kobe.
Hey, his post.
Hey, R.I.P. Yeah, we taking that out of the edit that's going on.
Yeah,
He didn't mean that.
I ain't saying fuck how he died. I said fuck him.
Yeah, I feel you though. But even outside that though, we got DeAndre. DeAndre clutch too, bro. Like he ain't been able to show it yet.
DeAndre.
I love Hunter, but I need to see him get through a season, man.
I did
get a second opinion on that fucking knee, bro.
I'm so scared. I'm scared we might have a time.
This season.
Hey, I did want to touch on this. Hey, I did want to touch on this. I don't know if y'all have gotten a chance to look at any of this, but there is a draft coming up in a couple of weeks. I think in a month, and we draft 20th. We draft 20th, and I've been doing a little bit of homework. And
college basketball players. So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all take over there. I don't know nothing about it.
Me either. Usually what I do is I go and look at these other guys that do a damn good job. The Hoop Intellect is a really good one. AM Hoops. I mean, there's a lot of guys that out there. They've been doing it for a long time. B-ball breakdown. But yeah, you know, the players that are at our position and at our second pick, we're in a luxury now of coming into a draft where we're not looking for someone to be that miracle pick. We already have a bunch of those. Now we're just looking for a specific skill set. And I think that when you enter the draft with that in mind, it makes it an abundance of players where if you give them the right opportunity, they now have a chance to make something of themselves. And I'm looking forward to that process for the first time. And is there anybody that y'all know of at all? Because I like the backup out of who is his name?
I
was gonna say Trey Mann was the first one I wanted to talk about. I think
where he played.
He played at Florida. He's a 6'5" scorer.
Yeah,
he's got incredible handles, very much like Trae Young.
Yeah,
he's 6'5". He does the pick and roll perfectly. And I think in a place like this where he just has to come in, he could be special. But then you can also come in and bring in a guy like Cam Thomas, who's a scorer. He could be our Lou Williams replacement.
Who he played for?
LSU. And LSU's got 2 or 3 guys that are right in our wheelhouse in the second pick.
Both of them 2 guys y'all mentioned. I watched them cook Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They're actually talking about going pro. That motherfucker that's shorter than Cat Williams. What's his name? Need to stay his ass in school.
Oh, Sharif Cooper.
What the little boy name at Georgia?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
At Georgia,
I'm a Georgia Tech guy. I know that I got red on, but I don't fuck with Georgia.
So yeah, Seville Wheeler. Boy, who the hell is his agent? Done talked him into going pro.
I don't know.
Somebody dropped the name.
Johnson longer than him. But what is he? No man, go ahead.
I gotta look him up though. But I like the guy. I think he was in Oregon or whatever.
Oh yeah, but you talking about Duarte? Are you talking about Duarte?
I think so. If that's the one that's around our range from Oregon, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I like this guy.
So if you look, he's an older guy. So about Duarte, I forget his first name, but if you look at him, he would be a lottery pick if he wasn't 23, 24 years old coming into the draft. My problem with him is that he's old, but the luxury with us is that we don't give a fuck. He fits our time scale at this point.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of youth, and he'll be a backup anyway.
Go figure. Him being 2 years older is costing him
money.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't help him. Shit.
No. The other guy, Jared. The other guy's Jared Butler.
That's
Butler
Oregon, right?
No, that's Baylor. Those guys are Baylor.
Okay. I might have mixed them up though, but I don't know. I think I'm talking about Oregon.
They some dogs, baby.
No, Duarte's the guy you were talking about from Oregon.
Yeah, I know, but I could be mixing up Oregon and Baylor. You know, their colors or whatever. And Baylor decided to go one jersey color, that yellow or whatever.
Now, speaking of Georgia Tech, we could damn sure use
nobody speaking of Jordan Tech.
use a dominant big. What's the boy name that had the goddamn couldn't play because he somehow he got the coronavirus? ACC Player of the Year.
I know who you're talking about. That's my boy. But he's a 4-year player. He's a 4-year starter.
ACC Player of the Year, late ACC.
Yeah, Moses, whatever. We can pick him up as like a Nathan Knight. We ain't got to worry about drafting him. He ain't gonna get picked up by nobody.
He the ACC Player of the Year.
It don't matter.
He said it don't matter.
That shit don't matter.
And the NBA.
NBA.
Hey, Chauncey, this ain't the old NBA, bro. Like they be taking bench players who just young as crap now. The dude that went to Chicago this year, Pat Williams, he was like Mar. He was coming off the bench at Florida State and went top 10.
They're gonna take, man. They're gonna see these guys' skills and they're gonna look.
The boy name is Moses Wright.
Don't forget.
Yeah, Moses. That's what I said.
You're telling me Moses Wright ain't gonna be a lottery pick?
No,
Moses Wright's not gonna be drafted.
You tell me Moses Wright not gonna be drafted.
I was shocked Nathan didn't get drafted.
Yeah, Nathan Knight did it.
Moses Wright. Hold on, y'all telling me Moses Wright? Moses Wright now, because I'm a big Tech fan.
His draft
not gonna get drafted.
No, look, dude, I went to Georgia Tech. He ain't gonna get drafted. This ain't Chris Bosh, dog. Them days are over. He's not a top star recruit. He was a 1-star that has made something of himself. There's gonna be a team. There's gonna be plenty of NBA team. Chauncey, there's gonna be plenty of NBA team that's gonna give him a chance, and he can earn himself on there, and he might. But I'm not saying that there's gonna be any team in the NBA that's gonna draft this kid. No, that's not how they work.
Hey, bro, right? I'm looking at. He ranked 78, bro.
Hey,
He's ranked 78.
Let me put it this way, Chauncey. Let me put it this way. You Brad Stevens, and you pick Moses Wright with your second pick. How you think that's gonna look to anybody?
He gonna get fired. He gonna get fired.
Right?
You better care how I look. You better keep your job. I
like Moses Wright.
I didn't see a more dominant big man.
Hey, I hope he don't get drafted and we bring him in just like we did Nathan Knight this year because I think
look at him.
I think, dude, I watched every game this year.
The man didn't get ACC Player of the Year just
Hey, Mike, listen, let me just warn you because you're a basketball guy. If you think JC ain't got no handles, he got hands, but he got no dribbling skills. So if his footwork don't get him there, or if a fast break don't get him there, he ain't gonna do shit.
Hey, Moses played, guess what? See, that's the new basketball. Yeah. That's the mindset.
He's 6'9" though, man.
That's the mindset.
Hey, man.
That's that new basketball.
Right, man. Really,
he a true big man.
We talk about D-level players now. We talk about niggas who ain't gonna
Yeah, come on. We got plenty of other guys.
Hey, listen,
come on, man. We came from the
you got to be able to do that and one shit. You got to be able to dribble and go out there and shoot. You shoot until you shoot him out of the game.
No, you got to be able to dribble and trap it.
Hey, they going
straight. He only 6'9" though for the measurable saying. I don't like that.
He played bigger than 6'9", bro.
He does.
Now, am I lying, Lou?
No,
he don't play bigger than 6'9".
I mean, but that's
he want to go get another.
But that's hard to believe though, bro. Double O was 6'8", but he was a legit. Double O is 6'8", and he was a legit top 10 scouted. If they scouting this man at this far off or whatever, he's 6'9", and then his wingspan only 6'11", it ain't boding well. Now I know college is different though, bro. There's a lot of folks that ball on college, man. It's kind of tricky at the NBA level.
When you look at Moses Wright and you can see it, Moses Wright was a product of the system that they were running. He is not anything special. You don't see him going out there and going like, "Oh my God, he's a gazelle," or "Oh my God, he's."
Bro,
he finished around the rim though. I see that for sure.
You must be bad.
That ain't. Guess what? They don't like that. They don't like guys who can finish around the rim. Today's basketball fan don't like. He got to be able to. My fault.
He doesn't
but everything a dunk though, Chauncey. Exactly. So I'm a little hesitant though. Everything a dunk though. Yeah. It's like he's booming everything.
Do that already. It ain't Clint Capella. Dunk.
Yeah. The thing is, like, Chauncey.
You know what? How many times, Damon? How many times you don't win against me on what I said, and you've been dead?
Nah, Chauncey,
This
there
gonna be
was
another one of them times.
I've been who?
How many times you don't? This you heard
Okay.
me. How many times I done
You got
said some
defense
shit
though.
and
Nah,
you
y'all,
disagreed with me because you want to be disagreeable
But
and you get
listen,
dead ass wrong.
there
He got
are
defense,
listen,
though.
there are but
A
what I,
lot.
listen,
You're gonna
wait,
be
y'all,
wrong on
Chauncey,
this.
Chauncey, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second.
I don't remember nothing.
Listen, hold on, guys. We're not going to talk about Moses Wright, all right? There's real fucking talent out there like Trey Murphy and people that can dribble the basketball. Like,
Who the one
I know basketball. These guys, Moses Wright is not going to be discussed about our draft picks at all.
Hey man, you ask who you want.
We got Kessler Edwards. We got Corey Kispert. We got these guys that are big time players that can add a skill set. Moses Wright can dunk. Anybody can fucking dunk. I need somebody that can dribble really fucking
Oh
good.
snap! I ain't realized. Yeah, bro, we gotta take Trey Man. We ain't going for no point guard. We gotta take Trey Man. I ain't realize who it was.
Thank you.
Nah, we gotta take little bro.
He's projected at 21 right now.
Little bro, basically Trey.
Why
Thank you. He's got incredible dribbles that is unreal.
is he supposed to be better than being picked one or
And
something?
one. And, we need. Hey, shit. If I need an N1 basketball player, I gotta do it. Go over here to College Park gym.
Nah, the kid can play. He doesn't play. The thing is, like, he doesn't play N1 basketball.
Y'all want some N1?
He has N1 dribbles. He has N1 dribbles, but plays it the way Trey does and utilizes it to get through traffic. You should see him split a pick and roll defense.
Luke, is he supposed to be? You saying it like he shouldn't be picked at 21?
No. He shouldn't. He went in ballyhooed at Florida, didn't perform as well. The team didn't perform as well, and they had all that COVID shit. So he just got brushed aside. Like, people forgot about his ass. They got Cade and this and that.
Sit up here.
Hey, how old?
Watch our team.
Freshman,
Super young. He's like 18.
He a freshman, I think. He 1 year.
Is he?
Y'all killing me right now. We just sit up here and watched our team get outworked on the boards.
Is he a big time recruiter?
I mean, nah, Chauncey, you got draft and free
Hold on,
agency.
let Chauncey say his thing. Chauncey, go ahead and say it.
I know what you're upset about.
Our team get abused and outworked on the board. We just had a 30-minute argument about a guy who we may have to be boxed in to pay the motherfucking max money to because he won't do what the ACC Player of the Year can do, and y'all talking trash because he can't dribble. I swear to God.
Hey, Chauncey,
but we talking about
Chauncey. This is for you.
A different position though, Chauncey.
Hold on. This is for Chauncey right here. This is for Chauncey.
Hey, Travis, good afternoon. Good to see you again. Two things. First of all, congratulations on an epic season. I think that you guys moved probably farther than anybody expected. The Hawks seem to have a lot of problems with physicality, with big men in the paint. Do you anticipate adding a player of that caliber on or trying to find someone?
As far as the physicality, I have a ton of confidence in the big guys on our team. I think, obviously Brook Lopez, they call him Splash Mountain. The mountain's there for a reason. He's an extremely big guy and he's really talented. When you get to the part of the season that we got to, the Eastern Conference Finals, you're playing against good teams and good players. So I have confidence. The short answer is I have confidence in the big guys on our roster to be able to compete.
I don't look like he's looking for no Cat Williams or Cat
Cat Town. I mean, you're calling Town.
Travis, one of the GMs, bro. He never puts his hand out there.
Trey be lying like hell.
He lies all the time.
Hold on, look at this.
Never put his business out.
That wasn't the right answer then.
He gave the right answer then. I agree with y'all on that. He just gave the right answer then.
Press conference that Travis did, the first words out of his mouth was, "We're going to compete," and the first thing he did was trade them motherfuckers away. Dwight Howard. Yeah. I was like, true. This lying motherfucker said we're going to compete. Bro, he be lying, but that's what I like about Trey.
Oh, you know what? Okay, now I understand.
But you never know what he's gonna do. Because if you go back to the Luka draft, I didn't even, besides Trey interview, I didn't think we was even interested in Trey Young. Because you right. Rumors and leaks. I didn't hear shit about Trey Young, about Atlanta. I heard Trey Young going to the Knicks. I didn't hear nothing, man. That motherfucker just came out. Yeah, we did this trade. Woo, yeah, make that shit happen. Yeah. He never put it, bruh. Find me one where Travis puts his hand out there. You won't find one, bro. He lie all the time. Exactly what people want to hear. Yeah, shit. I got supreme confidence, man. He lying.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you were hot.
Because
You were hot about.
if he had some confidence, Collins would have already been signed.
Yeah. Your ass was hot when he tricked you, little buddy Al Horford. Yeah, you still ain't forgave.
Don't bring that up, bro.
He
I
tricked you.
know he's always bringing up the trigger words.
Say what? What
Yeah,
you say?
you had a hit out of that because he tricked you about your little buddy Al Horford.
Well, how did he wasn't the GM when Al didn't leave when Travis was here.
Hold on, guys.
Bub was here, right?
Oh, he was. Bub's still here.
Bub
Yeah,
was
I think so. But I just remembered. Listen, but hold on, guys. I just remembered we played that footage right there because we have two glaring holes that we need to fill, and we need one of them filled in free agency, and we need one of them filled in the draft. Which ones? How do you think this is going to play out? I'm gonna let everybody get their turn talking, and I'm going to try to just use this as a talking stick. But how do you think the I'm not going to say how do you think they're going to approach it. I'm asking you, how would you approach it given the same circumstances? And I'm going to start with Damon. How would you approach this free agency and draft? Where would you go after the positions?
Well, we got to assume is Collins signed or
Collins
not?
is signed. We've established that. Today.
You say what? He signed?
He's going to get signed or traded or signed. So
well,
yeah.
No, I know that because that go back to one of the points that Mike was making. That determines how much money I got. That determines who I can look at.
Okay, so you got about 12 million to play with. You got 12 million to play with and about 3.7 mid-level exception.
I'm going. If I got to spend most of my money, I would prefer the point guard to be the veteran because he would have to come in and relieve Trae Young. And I know somebody like Mike can correct me if I'm wrong, but the hardest position to learn is that point guard position. So I think it would help us to get the veteran as a point, try to find a big in the draft if available. But I mean, it looks like by that list, even
hold on. Chauncey, we're doing this diplomatically.
Even that list put up, it looked like with 2 to 3 million, you can get a 1-year deal from some of them bigs up there on that list. You know, now it may not be, obviously you're not going to get the quality, but you know, I would prefer to spend the money on the backup point guard position. I'd rather have it better.
So my question is to you then, Damon, you on the hot seat real quick. My question is on your setup. So you're going to go get a veteran guard to back up Trae and try to get a veteran big man, just to put on the bench. And then in the draft, does that mean you're just free to get the best position you think the best players available? Is that what you're saying?
Available, but I mean, it sounds like the dude y'all talking about, the Trae Mann dude at 21. I mean, at 20, it looked like the move. But the reason
to me, that's the move just so New York don't get him, because New York picks right after us and they're gonna get him.
Well, and he's 6'5".
I don't know. Like I told y'all, I didn't follow a lot of college this year. That's why I'm just going off what y'all saying.
Small.
But
me neither.
Point guard to be of the veteran, so that way the learning curve is
okay. All right.
I mean, okay. Question for Damon.
Chauncey. Or do you have something to Damon's thing? You froze up.
Oh, you know he do.
Go ahead.
Oh,
the nigga just disagree with me. Just disagree with me.
Question for him. Listen, no, but all jokes aside, what if Chris Dunn and he'll be a dummy too?
Hold on, you breaking up. You went outside and you just coming in little bits.
But Chauncey, okay, and it's for
what if Chris Dunn pick up his option and he'll be a dumbass not to, because ain't nobody else gonna get him. Now what you gonna do? That's $5 million on the cap.
Dunn, he has a player option.
Yeah, $5 million.
Yeah,
trade for that.
Yes,
man. Did you get this dude?
That's all right. Having him on the practice squad is okay.
Let me go back. The little bit
he's not gonna be a practice squad guy.
The little bit that I saw from Chris Dunn, bro, when he came in, he didn't look like he had been practicing. Like every time
he ain't played all year though, bro. So I mean, it's a little understandable. And you add in pandemic.
That's what I'm saying. Based off what I saw from the little bit he did, because that's all we can go off on. he didn't look like he'd been playing ball. He came in, he would turn the ball over. He looked like he was confused. I don't know where it came from.
Unreliable.
It's valid excuses on why he was not ready, but just from what I saw, the little bit that I saw, he's not reliable for me.
I understand that, but just to interject, I feel like it's unfair to assume that he will remain unreliable going through a full offseason, even being healthy, because he was injured last offseason. It's a pandemic year, and it's a new team. It's not like he came back to his old team with same teammates. We saw how it took Bogey a second or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to get out there and feel where you're supposed to be, understand your role and stuff like that. So, I mean, if he does pick up that player option, shoot, what can he do? And then, you probably bring Lou back. They already talking about bringing Lou back.
They're going to bring Lou back.
How about this?
So
they might be able to
not even get
Chris Dunn's contract.
But Lou, you tell me this: how do you think Lou did as the backup point guard when Trey went down?
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it at all.
Do y'all think we could sustain that?
No,
I didn't like it at all. I think Lou needs to
old. He's too old.
Nah, you can't. I don't think. Yeah, you can't.
Honestly, once a week, we would get that high level Lou player once every 3 games.
I mean, real talk though. That's why I wanted Trey to sit out game 6. Lou and them ain't do nothing game 5. That was on the road, man. At home, but at home though, I felt like them boys would have played good game 6 at home and 4-7.
I thought Trey was going to sit, and I was excited about that because I wanted.
I felt like Lou Bogey them. They would have came up big. Gallo today would have came up big game 6. But anyway, that's
No, I was going to say I was going to get it back to Chauncey. Chauncey, let me ask you the same question. Same setup. You got JC signed. You may trade him. You may not. You still don't know. But how are you addressing your deficiencies, which we've identified is a big and a backup point guard? And you got $12 million to play with. You got the 3.7 exemption, and you got a draft coming up with the 20th pick. And while you're thinking, I'm going to address this. Rashawn Holmes is a backup center that's a free agent this year. I like him out of Sacramento.
6'10" and athletic.
6'8", but he's like 6'9".
No, 6'10" and athletic. I looked it up. Sure I looked it up when I saw the name because I was wondering too. Though, if he's 6'10" legit, I like him.
Is he 6'10"? Because I thought he was small.
I like him. If he's 6'10" legit, I like him because if he get a shot, he doggone JC.
Okay, because my thing is like I liked Rashawn Holmes. I like everything about him, but when I saw that his height was 6'8", I soured on him.
Who he played for?
He played for the Kings.
Okay.
Let me go.
Okay, Chauncey, go ahead. What do you got?
All right. What reason why I asked Damon that question about Chris Dunn, because if we got a guy like Chris Dunn making $5 million, he's not going to be on the practice squad. He's going to be dressed out. So,
legit,
like it or not, he's your veteran point guard.
I didn't know.
Preferably, I would like to announce my shit without being interrupted.
Nigga, you interrupt all us and shit. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I asked you a damn. I said, can I ask you a question?
You good, Chauncey? You
good? Question, sir.
I got Devon muted. Go ahead.
Mute his ass. No, but seriously though, if you got to think about it, with the makeup of the roster. Hey, if Dunn picks up his option, you use that number 21 pick on the best point guard. Y'all say this guy, man, bring him on in. But give me any one of those 5 guys, whether it's Rashawn Holmes, whether it's Ennis Cantor, whether it's Dwight Howard. Who's the other guy we mentioned?
Rashawn Holmes.
I said him. Give me one of those guys.
There's tons, dude. There's tons.
Give me one of those guys. We got to have a veteran, big, 6'10" or better, that's physical, and that's gonna produce, man.
Please don't
get what we need. We got to, bro. We got to win the title next year. I've been saying a veteran big for long. Everybody been shooting out there, shooting it out there, and then in the playoffs, it reared its ugly head on us. We got to get us a veteran big, and we got to get somebody, whether it's a veteran or a rookie, who gonna relieve Trey, and we ain't got to worry about losing too much when he leave the floor. Now, I don't want to see Dunn out there, but if we stuck with Dunn, it's gonna probably make sense to draft a guy to back up Trey. We're gonna probably do that anyway. Okay.
Well, let me say this real quick, because if we do lose Lou or keep Lou, there's a guy out there that's not Trey Man. His name is Cam Thomas, and he is a professional basketball scorer. He's like 6'4" guard, which is small, usually what I like for my shooting guards, but he's 6'4", but he is a professional scorer. He played for LSU, and he might be the ticket there, because he could really in the next couple of years. He could really in the next couple of years take over that Lou Williams role at a good, decent contract size. But the man is a professional NBA scorer.
Yeah, so but if we were to get a veteran point guard, my name ain't my eyes is on one person, Derrick Rose.
I don't want anybody that old, man.
I mean, since we sit here going over, bro, I honestly don't think we're gonna get a veteran point guard. Like, not unless somebody was traded.
Hold on. But let me just recap yours, Chauncey. Let me recap yours. So you are going with a veteran big. You going with one or two veteran bigs? Just one veteran big.
One veteran big. That can come in and do what similar to what Capella can, but can also get a little bit offensive.
Okay, and then are you going with a veteran guard, or are you just going to go for the backup Trey Man style? Because there's like 5 point guards.
I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna draft a guy like Trey Man anyway. But if we were to go a veteran guard, my eyes is on Derrick Rose.
Okay. Do you really think honestly, let me ask you this question as my rebel to this. Do you really think he's going to leave that New York situation with Tom Thibodeau? I mean, they got a relationship.
Yeah, they got a relationship, but guess
what?
So
to put your hopes on that is.
Guess what? Derrick Rose didn't sign on to goddamn be the primary guy, because when we stifled Randall, he became their number one guy, and he ran out of gas. That's why we gentlemen sweep their ass.
And what about this right here? Rose got the.
You're not gonna have to run out of gas here.
That's true.
But you got to figure New York going to address that issue. So
guess what? If New York address that issue, they got a defensive stopper that they don't play named Frank Ntilikina. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
Man, that bum.
Ain't that much of a stopper. Game 1. Bow.
Who he stopping?
Nah, I feel he's supposed to be.
Tripping. All right.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Let's see what Mike talks about. Mike, let me hear Mike.
I bet you're not going to give his names and shit and contract numbers. Go ahead,
man. I just wanted to.
Wow, then I turn out to be right, and they be like, "Damn, I got."
Nigga, you ain't never right. That's your fault.
You have to move Chauncey now too.
Chauncey right.
Man, funny. I was gonna say the D Rose thing. I'm with Chauncey on that though, but just hearing how the thing is with Lou, man. If you were to bring Lou back, how that's gonna match D Rose and Lou, I don't know. So I really think that they're siding with Lou, man. I want to go veteran big more than I want to go like veteran point guard if we had to choose which we're taking in the draft versus like, what we're going to go after in free agency. Mm-hmm. I feel like in free agency, we should go after the big, someone along the lights. Like, I mean, I agree. Ennis Cantor, hell, I'll take Dwight. I mean, I just want a big body of Rashawn Holmes. Rashawn Holmes would be nice because if he's actually a free agent, because he's young,
he might be restricted.
I mean, he's athletic. I mean, he's a good rim runner, athletic, rebound, stuff like that. So, I mean, I like him. But I think veteran big.
What's up, Chauncey?
I'm saying veteran big, but like I said, I just questioned that for D Rose and Lou. But I really like Trey, man. I didn't realize the kid was 6'5". 6'5", that's the key to me. Like that's
the key for me too.
Not only do you
better than Halliburton?
It's different. Halliburton
stayed in college a little longer, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think Halliburton might have been a 2-year guy. Halliburton, I would say right now, until I dig further in Trey, man, was a better defender. You know what I'm saying? And looks to pass the ball, I feel like more. But Trey Man can develop and be something nice. I mean, because he can just, give you that off the bench, man. Better than what you got in Mays. But what I'm just saying is that I don't think we'll necessarily do the vet because, like I said, you got basically like Mays about to get out of here. Like, well, you finna get cut or something then, huh? I mean, you got drafted, right? Is he actually?
What? Send him to the G League.
Rashawn is an unrestricted
Why we guys like that when we can send him to the
Well,
G League?
I don't know, Chauncey. It just seems like it's about to be 20 folks on the roster. I know that's too many. That's all. I'm just trying to do my math right.
Send him to the G League.
Okay, well, I don't know how that worked completely.
Send him to
So if you can do that, then okay.
But listen, because we didn't even do this. Are you all just giving up on Nathan Knight? Y'all don't.
That's what I'm saying. You still got Nate.
I like him. I really.
I love Nate though, but
got to get re-signed, bro. He a free agent.
Yeah, true. But Nate gonna be on the summer league team though, so he gonna get re-signed. They gonna give him a chance.
Have dibs on that.
Somebody might offer him some money if they go back and look at our games and look at what he did in the small time he was on the floor. Somebody gonna offer Nathan nice.
And you know what? That's what
Nobody
Travis promised that kid, and that's why that kid worked hard. And that he would be happy. Travis would be happy. Everybody would be happy.
Hey, Charles, Nathan Knight was the CAA Player of the Year too.
I know, right? Yeah, he went undrafted. I was gonna say that earlier, but I couldn't remember his conference, bro. But he probably like, that ain't the ACC. That ain't the ACC.
He went
undrafted.
Player of the Year, Charles.
He said the CAA Player of the Year.
I meant the CIAA, man.
CIAA. Say, I don't know what it is.
All right, go ahead, man. We fucking up your shit, man. I'm sorry.
But no, I'm saying I know everybody. Another one though. If you don't get if we can get a veteran point guard, if that was to happen or something, I like TJ McConnell, man. At the end of the day, D Rose is not finna shut anybody down.
Yeah.
He can do what he do or whatever, but we need almost a guard that's gonna be different than Trey. That's gonna switch it up for us. So it either needs to be a defender, which is Chris Dunn. You already got that in him, or TJ McConnell defender, or it needs to be a bigger guard.
I trust TJ McConnell.
I feel like that's why I like Trey Mann at 6'5" per se. But it needs to be somebody that's kind of opposite of Trey. That maybe at sometimes you can run at the same time, like for just few stints at the game. Because I mean, some people like Trey and Lou together, but I don't. That's not enough defense in my backcourt. I don't like that.
You know what? To your point, if we draft a guard, say we draft your boy Mans, say if Chris Dunn don't work out, we can use him as a trade asset because he beat expiring contract too. So.
That makes sense.
I know. I always make sense, Chauncey. You know that.
Yeah, it wasn't true, but
you might want to mute me.
So, okay, so here's a non-Hawks related topic that I just want to touch on. I just kind of want to recap.
Hey, hold up real quick, dude. Hey, that's a new era cap, huh?
No, I think it's 20. This is my first ball cap like this that I bought in about 20 years.
I'm looking at the logo. Is it Stone? That logo.
No, this is that 4. This is that
like 4-7 or something.
Yeah. The one that's popular with all the extra.
It's like the Major League Baseball hat.
Yeah,
the extras.
You know the Major League Baseball hat. The logo. It's not like stitched on. It's like material. That's what it is.
No. It's stitched on. It's
not the. I'm talking about the Hawk logo, Lou.
Yeah, that's stitched on. Why would I buy a non-stitched hat?
Okay. My bad. I was just wondering.
Come on now. But what I was
told me he told me he was always right. I swear to God, I almost lost his iPhone.
Man,
11R. I need boy. I swear to God, I almost told.
He's trying to talk, bro. You interrupting again, dog. Go ahead.
No, we good. What I was gonna say though is a subject non-Hawks related that I was gonna talk about that I just want y'all to kind of just put a bow on it. We don't need to go into it all that much, but put a bow on it. Is the Rachel Nichols situation at ESPN? Does anybody care on? I know Maria. What was the other lady's name that just came in? Because I liked her.
Who, Maria Taylor?
No, not Maria Taylor, but the lady that they just subbed in.
Malika Andrews.
I've always been a fan of her.
Malika Andrews.
Yeah. What do y'all think about that? I mean, like now y'all have had time to let the whole situation's come and gone. Are y'all blaming Rachel Nichols, or y'all blaming ESPN, or is this all blown out of proportion?
I'm blaming a little bit of Rachel, a little bit of ESPN. This is why I blame Rachel. Rachel, your issue is with your boss. Your issue ain't with Maria. Your issue is with your boss. Now I get it. She had a conversation with somebody, and somehow the shit got leaked out. We weren't supposed to hear it anyway. But my thing is, she went about it the wrong way. She should have addressed ESPN with it. She had a legitimate gripe. It's just that she said some shit and it got out. Because I went hard at Rachel at first, but then after just listening to it totally.
Yeah, she could have just found out about it a couple months ago.
That's my.
Because she could have just found out about it when she said what she said, but then she's had months to process it, and maybe it's come to a different realization. But the thing is, like, it put everybody in a tough situation with the whole having to hire people. due to based on this perspective.
What she say exactly, bro?
Rachel Nichols, I believe to paraphrase it is she basically was like she likes Maria Taylor. She hopes she's she hopes that everything's fine with her career, but she doesn't feel that she earned the spot over her to do the final.
You know what I said?
Now Maria
that's right. I'm muted.
Is a black.
No, you're not. You're muted.
Okay. My thing is, Rachel, guess what? Live in our world. Live in our world, Rachel.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, so wait. To get kind of socioeconomic. Okay, so here's the thing. If you said that to her, and then her response, that's where the key is to who she is as a human. Because if you say that to her and she's like, yeah, you're right, and I can suck this one up, then everybody's good, right? Like we don't have to have a black and white situation, and not everything has to be a black and white thing, right?
My bad,
made it that way though, Lou.
But I try to stay away from stuff.
The thing is,
what did she say?
Because
did she literally say that?
She said that ESPN is under pressure now to have diversity hirings, and so they're bumping her over. They're moving her over. They're leapfrogging Maria over her seniority wise. That's what she was upset about.
Yeah,
so,
but shit, I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's a whole lot of folks in the nation that feel that way. I said that.
What do you mean?
Again, live in our world.
It's a whole lot of folks in this nation that said that and feel that. Hell, they've been saying that since affirmative action. What the fuck? I'm just saying.
This sucks to be you, Rachel. Live in our world. Again, she went about
it is what it is.
No way she would trade her.
She went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me take
nobody's politically correct when they talking when nobody thinks they being recorded.
I don't. No, let me say something though. I want to say something. Yeah, I say something.
Say something, Mike.
Why? Well, I know it's males or whatever though, but like, let's keep it real though. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a little thing around. We benefit from it though. But you know what corporations do? You know what I'm saying? Could they get a double whammy when it comes to points for diversity? You know what I'm saying? You go black woman. That's a double diversity right there. You got a female, and then she a minority race. I'm just saying, look across corporate America, period, or whatever, when it comes with it. But at the same time, hey, it sucks. I ain't saying I defended dude, but I did say it's a slippery slope when the Clippers got set up with his private conversation. I'm like, hell, I know it was racist and shit, but that's a slippery slope, man. Yeah. Private conversations getting out and changing folks' lives and stuff like that. That just sucks. Yeah, he got set up too. But Danny Ferry ain't do nothing but read an email. He read an email from verbatim. That's what he did. Like a dummy, though.
Danny Ferry got set up by his boss.
I know. Yo, I really do. Michael Gearson Sr. was up to something.
He got set up by one of his bosses.
Yeah, Michael Gearson
would sell the team. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man. She shouldn't have said it though. She shouldn't have said it. I understand, but at the same time, like I said though, that's a conversation that, let's be real, folks have been expressing that forever, and they still gonna keep expressing. Hell, we don't care. What? You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Here's my only thing about stuff like this is that we like the same people there year after year after year, and when someone finally makes it into that little spot, we like them there. We don't like for them to then be removed the next year and stuff like that. That's what I think. So I think a lot of people are, it's a comfort thing having the same old white people there and all that stuff. So, that's changing. And I think that the fact that if she does leapfrog and Maria Taylor can do the job, then that's good for everybody too. So, it's like, it's a win-win in all of it. I just think we got privy to some behind the scenes drama.
You got privy to real shit. That's what it was. I'll tell you something. Rachel Nichols is the typical white liberal. They'll scream diversity all goddamn day.
Until it hit them.
Me too. What about the women? The women can do the same job, but guess what? Just like Mike said, everybody love diversity till you got a diverse. That's the problem. See, this is the thing. See, and that's what I always say. I like open racists. I like them because I know where they stand. It's people like Rachel Nichols who do shit like this. Let me bring up all these black athletes, like Steven Jackson, so I could win cool points. So when shit hit the fan, I got niggas like Steven Jackson to come save me because
But-
I helped them. When in reality, she really don't give a fuck about you. It's about her. And she
But
showed, and you know she knew she was wrong because the first words out of her mouth was, "No, Maria Taylor is this and that." Anytime somebody, that's like me saying, you know what? Mike is awesome.
nice.
Mike, I love Mike's take on basketball, but but don't matter. It don't matter because now you finna tell me how you really feel and where you stand. That's why she getting that backlash. You know what? If Rachel Nichols was all about her from jump, no one would give a fuck.
Right, but
fact-
Jamal, you and I talk about this sometimes, and this is where I'm saying is that there should already be an established network that is backed by the many black men that have been very successful in life that is their own shit. They don't need
Well, that ain't gonna happen, bro. We get locked up and killed trying to do stuff like that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There needs to be black things, and there needs to be men that are in the positions like the LeBron James, D Wades, and all that stuff that needs to start establishing these things with their own money.
It's like what Mike said. It will always get stopped.
Dude, Bill Cosby just got hit with charges that they've been ignoring for everybody else for the longest. When Bill Cosby tried to buy some media stuff, and then he get hit with charges. They digging up this and that. Come on, man. It ain't that simple, but I feel you. We feel you. It's just not that simple.
Has never occurred to any of us that
they won't let it happen because
ESPN might have had another agenda.
Hold on, guys. We can't hear both of y'all at the same time.
Hey, they so scared that black people, if black people be in charge, we're gonna turn white people into slaves or some shit. They so scared. And you know how I know they scared? All you gotta do, get on Google, go to Google Richard Nixon, benign neglect, Google the letter that his advisor sent him when they were speaking about black people. They said he told the president, his personal advisor, he said, number one people we scared of are black people. So what we're going to do, we're going to take all black issues and group them with all the other minorities, and we're going to pretend that we're helping black people when we're really not addressing none of their black issues. That's how you know, man. They don't want black people to have any power. That's why you think we dominate all these sports. So you got at least just off the NBA alone, you got 50 millionaires. It sounds simple, don't it? Well, how come they all don't get together and do this? You don't think nobody tried that already?
Call it for what it is. They don't want the black man to have any power.
And you know what? Go watch what's that movie called? Where he the banker, but he got to get the white dude to go buy all the shit for him.
That's a true story though. When they do the realtor and stuff though.
But he had to get a white dude to pretend to be him to buy all the shit.
That's smart as hell.
They'll never let they don't want black people to own shit.
Guess what they do? Guess what they do? They'll get what they'll do. They'll get the black woman and give the black woman the job just on the black man because they know the average black woman. I'm gonna say the average black woman is programmed or trained to not respect the average black man. Shut up from now.
Right. And Paul says that movie was called The Banker.
Yeah, The Banker. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Paul. He sent me that trade, man, that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, excellent. So why did you have to throw Gallo and Clint in there? Damn, dog. No, I'm just kidding, Paul. So yeah, man, that's all I had for today. Does anybody else have anything else to wrap it up about?
If I don't get cut off,
go ahead, try to spit your talk.
But you won't be saying shit.
That's why we prank your ass.
Shit, Chauncey.
That's why
we wasting 30 minutes on the ACC Player of the Year who ain't even gonna get drafted. We wasting 30 minutes on that bullshit.
Yeah, and then you
hey, they laughing, Chauncey.
But you bring up
Chauncey. Read the room.
Hold on,
They laugh because they know I'm right. We wasted 30 minutes on the nigga who ain't gonna get drafted because
y'all hilarious, bro.
Go ahead, Chauncey. Go ahead, Chauncey. I got him cooking. He's cooking now. No, you good, Chauncey. Go ahead. You good.
Mute the man, because he gonna cut me off.
Okay.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, we need to keep everything together. All this shit that we saying, it just really makes more makes more sense for us to keep.
I agree with you, Chauncey.
You got muted or something, Chauncey.
No, I'm sorry, man. My phone rang. But we just need to just bring in NPC in, because at the end of the day, none of us are really wrong. Everybody's right.
We're just speculating.
Some of us think we're more right than everybody else. But at the end of the day, we just need to piece in and bring in what fits our scheme, taking all feelings out of it, taking all personal shit aside. Somebody told me that the Hawks don't need to bring in Dwight because he grabbed the dude's crotch and you.
Man, I don't give a fuck if he put the dude crotch in his mouth. If he can help.
Hey, it's 2021. I think being gay is normal.
This
now.
nigga, I don't care what he do with a dick.
They freaking gay on us hard.
Hey, so we get the Atlanta jokes anyway. It ain't gonna change.
Well, there's does anybody want to address this? Hold on, Chauncey. Does anybody want to address this comments by Facebook?
Chauncey get first shot.
Yeah, go ahead, Chauncey.
Comments about who?
It says y'all think Onyeka can turn into something offensively.
I would love to see him work on a mid-range game, a little 12 to 16 footer, because right now he's kind of a one-trick pony when he get in the paint. He gonna shoot that push shot, or it's a dunk. I like for him to work on a little slight 12.
Do you remember 4 years ago when we drafted John Collins? Do you remember him having much more than what Onyeka has offensively now?
No, he did not, and I'm glad that he worked on his outside game. But in a strange way, I'm kind of glad. I kind of hate he worked on it, because now he runs out there that damn 3-point line like he's pure. Just because you can make a 3-point shot don't mean you're a 3-point shooter.
That's because they told him to work on the 3-point shooting.
Well, because they didn't tell him to work on it in a vacuum,
Yeah.
though. Hold on, guys. They didn't tell him to work on it in a vacuum. What they do is they spread everybody out around the 3-point line, and they have Trey be able to be able to move by his guy and lay the ball in. If everybody was packed in the paint, then every time Trey did that, it would be a block. So they do it on a strategy. They say, hey, we need you down the line to be able to shoot, so we can run this type of offense that we want to run. So I mean, it's not in a vacuum that they asked him to shoot the ball.
They developed the three to do exactly what you said. And that's what he went and did.
I understand why the team did it, but he needs to understand why the team did it. We all understand why the team did it, but John goes out there. Listen, I've watched a bunch of games. We've all watched the same game where literally the offense will be stagnant until he hits an outside jumper. Call me a lie.
Nope.
You're a lie.
But you know what? We have not factored in free throws. John Collins is money at the free throw line. Does that matter?
Look at Mike, man. Mike's so funny, man. Mike be like,
Mike's a thinker. I like him.
Huh?
Mike's a thinker.
Hey, Mike show all his emotions with his face, man. I don't know if he know that. He be like this.
Yeah, he knows it. He plays basketball. That's what he's saying.
This is my favorite
man.
one, Mike. This is how you know Mike get frustrated. He go like this.
Jet locks and shit. Yo. But when I thought about doing this show, it was Mike first, because Mike used to, when we were bad, Mike used to jump up on the shit all the time and be like, we got to do this. And I'd be like, that's exactly what I was saying. So I know Mike for sure. I used to ride with Mike's lives in the car all the time. It looked like he just run out into the car.
He don't say nothing, so be like this, man. He be like this. We be talking, he be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike ain't gonna tell everybody to go fuck themselves like I would. I be feeling Mike a lot.
That's funny, man.
I know what he be thinking. I be like, look at Mike. Mike be like, yeah, these niggas stupid.
Yeah. No, but man, Mike used to be let me just give you a little props, man.
You be trying to listen.
Used to be 100%. And we were trying to rock with that team when they had Jabari Parker. I remember me and you going, we can do something with Jabari. We can do something. Looking at that damn team like, what the fuck were we thinking? We weren't doing nothing.
Hey, man, what, that was last year, right?
Yeah.
I strongly believe, bro, with a different coach, that team make an AC, bro. Even with JC's like suspension, bro. Like, no. With a different coaching, bro.
Jabari won that.
He won that. We were like, yeah, we can do that.
What we got for
really that.
What's
That's
that?
how good Trey Young makes people because Jabari.
No, I
has
do,
been-
Chauncey. I do believe we squeezed out an 8th seed in the East, man. Last season with a better coach.
Yeah, I do too.
With the same roster with
He's a
Alex
really bad
Lynn,
coach.
Dwayne Dedman, all of them. I mean, hell, we might get swept or something. But
LP is
I
a
mean,
really bad coach.
Hey, Mike, what you think about as a backup guard? How did y'all think? Let me ask you like this real quick. How did y'all think that Jeremy Lin did when he was with us? What y'all thought about him? Why he was with us? I ain't talking about what he did.
I liked it. I thought he was a solid guard.
yeah,
when
I
he was-
liked him. I liked him.
I think he did well.
Yeah. I don't really understand why he's not in the league, honestly, as a backup somewhere. I mean, I don't get it, but
He in China, bro. We can go get him, bro. We send Trump over. Trump, get him back over here from China, boy.
Trey vouched for him. Trey love him.
Yeah, he available. I'm just bringing that up.
That's interesting because
I wouldn't be
it
opposed.
sounded like on Twitter he pretty much gave up. It sounded like on social media he gave up on his dream to play in the NBA.
Well, he went said he ain't getting no offers.
Yeah,
they might have been racist towards bro though. Who knows, man?
He like a star in China, so I don't blame him going back there.
Well,
he say, I mean, they might have. I don't know, bro. You ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? He saw Hero talking about how folks go at him because he's a white boy. Just imagine the lone Asian perimeter player. You know what I'm saying? Almost ever. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably still getting slept on in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. They probably still disrespect Lynn. You know, but
came in the league and was literally the best player in the league for about a good 2 month span.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. I was about to say for a few weeks, but I mean for a month or whatever. Yeah, he went ham while Melo was out. Like he did his thing with the Knicks. Like hell, we saw it here in Atlanta, didn't he? Did we catch some doing that run? He came to Atlanta with the New York.
Is it interesting that everybody will remember him? Everybody will remember him getting punked by Kobe.
Man, where are we hearing somebody getting punked by Kobe? All right, go ahead.
No, he got punked in practice. Like he was on the same team, and he was like, "Dude, are you going to shoot the ball? Are you going to shoot the ball? What are you doing on this court? You're not even worthy of being on the court. Get off the court." Like he was like talking to him like that. You can go listen to the practice. It was pretty wild. It was pretty wild.
Kobe did him so dirty, bro.
Yeah, Kobe was like pretty much in his head.
That's why I could see why when you would become a pro, like you can't have no favorite player or nothing. Because you meet your favorite
an asshole
and expect your ass.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, true that. That what happened with Kwame. That nigga like MJ an asshole, bro.
Listen to this, dude.
Hey, Kwame Brown, I didn't know that he was supposed to get traded. I didn't know that, bro.
I mean, hey, real talk though. Trey Dad always say the real story gonna come out about the draft. I mean, as fans, we don't know about a lot of stuff.
He told me. I'm gonna say what Ray Young told me. Ray Young straight up told me last year after the Indiana game. Ironically, we were playing against Nate McMillan's team. Ray Young straight up told me, he said, "I know a lot of fans wanted Luka, but guess what? Luka didn't want Atlanta." So that's the real story. I'm gonna say, it makes sense. If anybody don't like me, I give them my address.
And you know what? That's fine. Man.
You straight, bro. That just make us say fuck Luka even more.
a lot of people stiff arm teams in the draft that we don't hear about. We don't hear about that shit.
Dallas. Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Now look at Luka.
No, he might have though. No, Damon, the GM that they just had, been scouting Luka since he was like 14 years old. So that makes sense though that he might have behind closed doors was forcing his way to Dallas or whatever, bro. And saying that's where I want to be.
The same GM that just quit.
That's why
Luka mad. That's why Luka mad.
This brings up something interesting to me because the way players are able to force teams now, Dame Lillard by saying let's take Dame Lillard right now because AD was in the same situation a couple years ago, but they can pretty much say, hey, I want to be traded and I only want to go to these two teams like James Harden did recently.
James Harden, yeah.
Now you have Houston. They got nothing but picks back for Harden. So you can have a superstar player really F a team by telling them, hey, I want to be traded, but I only want to be traded to these two teams. But those two teams only got, they got nothing. So they got to trade you like the next, 5 of the next 10 years draft picks.
You know how you avoid that? This how you avoid when you get a disgruntled star, before that shit get leaked to the media, the front office already knows it. So what you do is you trade his ass. Because, I'm gonna tell you why. As
You
soon
still get bird rights.
As soon as he go public, you lose
It's a
all
wrap. Yeah.
organization. So you avoid it. I want to get traded. You be like, hey, you 100%? Are we for real? Yeah, I want to leave. All right.
Who's the GM in Houston now?
You get on the phone, you move his ass to the highest bidder as fast as you can before that shit get out. Because once some other teams find out, motherfuckers not gonna offer you shit. So you get rid of their ass. Houston didn't want to trade him. So then Harden, that's when he started clubbing, coming back to the that motherfucker. I don't know. He was fat as hell. Then when he went to Brooklyn, motherfucker lost 20 pounds in like 2 days.
Yep.
My bad, Damon, but it's Raphael Stone. Chauncey. He was trying to see who the GM in Rockets. Raphael Stone. I don't know about
him. Unless he's completely incompetent, Houston should be back within 3 to 4 years. All them goddamn picks they got.
I was about to say that they got a lot of pieces, man. And Houston, they dealt with a lot of injuries this year, but they got a lot of pieces to make something happen quick. Put it like that. If they draft right one time, and then they got a lot of pieces to kind of trade off too.
Do they still believe? Do they believe in John Wall too? Do they believe in John Wall? Can they build around John Wall?
I don't know.
John Wall.
I don't want nothing to do with John Wall.
John Wall came back and tried the ball, but that's when all that Harden shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Christian Woods a lot though.
Hey, Damon, did you see this?
Woods build around.
Did you see this comment, Damon?
What's that?
Don Nelson. What?
Don Nelson was the GM.
You were talking about the GM that scouted him.
Donnie Nelson was the
Was he the guy that you were talking about that scouted Luka all that time?
President. He was the president.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, he been in Dallas. He been in Dallas for 25 years. He went and scouted Luka when he was 14.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he been on them for a while.
Hey,
he was just fired.
People don't want to call the Slovenian Jesus out, but let me tell y'all something. Hey, you got 2 or 3 of the players don't like his ass. The GM got the hell on, and when the GM got the hell on, the coach said, "No, I can't do this." Now he's going to Indiana.
Because
they might not make the playoffs next year.
Because
you know why they ain't gonna make it? Because Lloyd Pierce on the staff.
This is where you mess up at. This is where they messed up at, and that's why you can't even do this shit in the military. Luka has a relationship with the fucking owner more than he does the coach. His relationship with Mark Cuban is better with Cuban than the coach is with the owner.
He do that shit in the military. He getting a break.
That takes the coach. The coach has no power now. The coach has no power. So
that's why Rick stepped down, though.
There you go.
That's why Rick got the hell on.
He knew he didn't have no power. He knew it was coming. So
inmates running the asylum. Inmates running the asylum. How many times y'all have heard that from me? But I got.
But Mark Cuban though. But Mark Cuban messed up a little bit though because the GM or scout or whoever it was, man, Luka loved them folk, and Mark Cuban should have kept stuff straight in a sense with him. So that's what's causing the rift too much. It ain't like Rick Carlisle, whatever. It's that whoever done us, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever that person is, when they decided to go or Mark Cuban let them go or whatnot, like that's the part that Luka got an issue with because that's the person of basically that's really he had a relationship with more than Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban more so benefited from having this guy part of his organization.
But that's what I'm saying. When you don't keep an order, when you don't keep a level of a chain of command, that's what happens. When you get somebody at the bottom who can jump over their supervisor and has a better relationship with their supervisor's boss than they do a supervisor. Here's
the thing, though.
No power over the player anymore. So
here's the thing, though. There's a gray area. There's a gray area when you're looking at it as a GM. There's a gray area as that chain of command because you're just looking at 3 parallel things. You're looking at the front office. You're looking at scouts, and you're looking at players. Everybody to use right on equal play. Like when you're talking about a coach and a player, they ain't no different from each other when you're looking at it from high enough up. You know, and that causes gray area amongst those people. The only time that lineage happens is if you respect the chain of command of a coach. But you're getting paid more than that guy, so literally you could tell him to fuck off.
That's why
that don't happen nowhere else. That don't happen nowhere else.
If your coach has power, then
That's what they
that
want.
doesn't happen.
Exactly.
That don't happen in San Antonio.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
the money that they
but
have.
you got to look at who San Antonio bring in and what they have normally. Greg Popovich, early days, all them boys is drafted, homegrown, so they gonna listen. It wasn't nobody coming from the outside, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, but like everything, you know, I know, and then too, none of them was hyped like Luka. Luka is basically LeBron level for us, given the NBA before even playing the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan wasn't that way. Nobody was that. Tony Parker, you know, all them boys was late picks and stuff like that too. Yeah. So that was a different type culture. But look at LeBron, bro. Since LeBron came in the league, every coach he basically had two or whatever has been. I mean, basically fired them, but it's always like a new type coach who trying to make their way into the league. You know what I'm saying? Who like Mike Brown hand in hand with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like those, like a Paul Silas who was already established, like little niggas. No, this is how we gonna do stuff, and then they get you fired.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If your leadership positions are established, no player can fuck your shit up. Example. When LeBron went to Miami, he wanted Spoelstra
on the player, bro.
He wanted Spoelstra fired. You know what Pat Riley said? Yeah. You know what Pat Riley told him? Get the hell on. He ain't going nowhere. LeBron wanted Riley. LeBron wanted Pat Riley to come coach because LeBron didn't expect Spoelstra as far as basketball IQ, right?
Yeah, but ain't one.
If your organization
Spoelstra has earned his stripes.
It go back to my point.
Now he has.
It goes back to my point. If your organization structure is strong, it don't matter who come in, because guess what? When you
ain't too many for Pat though.
It's just like this. If you the coach and I'm the GM, right? And if a player come to me, you know what the first thing I'm telling them? Have you talked to the coach? I'm not even entertaining you until you talk to the coach. Because you gotta establish.
You know Pat racist.
You gotta establish.
Everybody's racist, guys.
Hey, Pat Riley racist.
Man, ain't no way Pat not racist, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Everybody's racial. Everybody's racial. Everybody has a reason to cross the street.
He know what it takes to win these games.
Bro, he played for Adolph Ruff, bro.
Your chain of command.
That's the only reason you saying that, because he played for Adolph Ruff, but
if your chain of command is established, it don't matter who comes into your culture.
The most black.
You down with the culture, Chauncey?
Hey, Chauncey. Hey, Thomas Jefferson got black descendants, and that don't mean nothing, bro. Because he coached black players.
What I'm saying is, listen. Hey, yes, he played for Adolph Rupp. That is a strike against him. Adolph Rupp was a known.
And he old as hell.
but listen,
everybody was racist back then.
Exactly.
He also coached the Black and Dice. That Showtime Lakers team had nothing but, excuse my French, niggas out there and Kurt Rambis. So I mean, and he had.
What they got to do with anything?
Hey, Kurt Rambis got up ready to fight. He didn't care who.
You talking like the Clippers owner had like an all white squad or something. He had no all white.
Hey, the Clippers
owner didn't have two or maybe the top 5 players ever in their starting lineup.
No.
He's talking about the Clippers
like the win.
Sterling.
I'm just talking that, man. They ain't got nothing to do with anything. And I got a little theory. I'm sorry, bro, but they had to prove me different. But hell, how can you not be racist, bro, when you old as hell and literally up until the age of you about 30? You know what I'm saying? You can eat separately, drink separately, going separate. Like, bro, ain't no way. It is, you done got to a point of like accepting life. Accepting life, but hell, bro, dude, racist, dog.
Because those people are trained to be racist, though.
All his mentors, what? Racist, bro.
Does that make him racist because he conformed?
Hey, man, he ain't gonna say it.
No, that's who did.
I'm just calling what it is, bro.
No.
So when LeBron came to him on some power tip, Pat Riley was like, "But go."
He's supposed to. He's supposed to. He's supposed to.
He have lost.
But no,
he's supposed to.
Ain't no player coming to me.
He is
supposed to on every level.
I agree with the
if I was a GM, I ain't talking to no damn player. I'd be like, you talk to the coach.
Listen,
no, man, they ain't
go talk to the goddamn coach. Then
he ain't won a ring since.
But hold on. Okay, so that's what we were talking about. I was talking to you, Dallas, because of Luka and the coaching, and all the GM just got fired. That's where it was. So
I thought Don Nelson quit.
Donnie they all resigned recently, right? You're talking about
Did they resign? Who got fired and who quit? I know Carlisle quit.
I think he got fired. I think Rick.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He quit.
They all got
quit.
booted. They all got pushed out.
Quit.
They all got pushed out.
GM and the coach quit.
He quit. Now, who got fired? Who did Mark Cuban say get the fuck on to?
Nobody.
No, nobody.
So they all
quit. The GM quit, then the head coach quit shortly afterwards.
So
why did
why did Donnie quit?
Oh, I got it. Because another thing too, people don't know about it. It's a guy within the Mavericks organization that's been there for a while, and Mark Cuban has been wanting him to become GM and give him more control, and it has rubbed Rick Carlisle the wrong way too, and Mark Cuban the wrong way. I'm not Mark Cuban, but the GM the wrong way too, Donnie or whatever. But what it is that basically Mark Cuban is taking analytics to another level. You feel me? In a sense, this guy that's part of their organization that's making a lot of calls and stuff like that as far as who they should get and everything like that. His background isn't even like analytics. His background is like basically like fantasy sports, basically. You know what I'm saying? And he's like made a lot of money in basically like, you know what I'm saying, betting games, being in Vegas and stuff, betting games, stuff like that. So Mark Cuban been involving him too much, and that's been rubbing folks the wrong way, and that's why they threw the deuces. I just remembered that. That's part of the story too.
The Grizzlies did that shit when they hired what's his name, Hollinger. Because he was an analytics dude.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. But it's different than like somebody actually a poker guy. I don't think this guy even have a sports background though. You feel me? He's just somebody who was a bet and gambling person that made a lot of money on sports.
They sound like the Texans.
The
Texans number 2 dude is a pastor.
That stat that we use, PER, actually comes from Hollinger, one of those guys.
Why we not saying what it is, man? Why we not saying what it is? Mike, now I just heard you say, Mike. I just heard you say you gonna call it what it is about Pat Riley. I'm gonna call it what it is about that Dallas situation.
What's up?
The old GM didn't like having to cater to Luka. He quit. They brought in a new GM. Rick Carlisle wasn't gonna listen to the new GM, so he quit. Now he done brought in the new GM, somebody who gonna cater to Luka. Let's call it for what it is.
No, it's not. Well, no, Rick quit because of the catering part, but Donnie more so left because like I said, Donnie and Luka relationship is tight. He's been on Luka since preteen, so that part is there. What it is that Donnie don't like the fact that Mark Cuban is going to this gambler basically for GM moves and stuff, and you got him giving him the same responsibilities and stuff like that behind closed doors and crap. Like that's the issue for us that GM goes and why he stuck there and why he left out.
The rumor
got Luka mad.
I didn't hear him say it. I didn't hear him say it. The rumor was Rick quit because he didn't want to work for another GM. That was the rumor.
Well, Rick Carlisle is now working for another GM in Indiana, so that don't make no sense.
But what they meant though is the secret GM that they got in Dallas. Rick tired of that crap, bro. He tired of that.
Secret GM.
Little slick what you said there, Lou. That was a little slick comeback, Lou.
He said he working for a new one in Indiana.
Slick comeback, Lou. Me and you talk about that later.
Mike, is that what you're saying? He's saying he don't want to work for that new secret GM, the analytics dude.
Well, with Rick, it's a combination of that and what Chauncey's saying. No, also on top of that, he realized a long time ago he's going to lose the player battle because he do want Luka to do a little things a little differently on the court. But he realized he's going to lose that battle, so he moved on. So it's a combination of the things. Yeah, but the GM, Donnie, or whatever, he, you know what I'm saying, stepped down or whatever completely because of the whole other GM crap or whatever that bull.
But with Rick, it's both. It's coming to both too. Player ever.
I don't care.
Did you hear that? Did everybody hear that?
I'm glad we don't have no fucking issue.
That'd be great for us.
Luka gonna be the greatest. Luka gonna be the greatest.
Like
Dallas, just like player ever.
To bring it to the Hawks.
Hold on, guys. Chauncey, say it one more time. Go ahead.
Luka is gonna be the greatest first or second round exit player level ever because they're not gonna keep it. Because Jason Kidd definitely ain't gonna put up that shit. He already on the hot seat because he'll punch Luka. Ask Jimmy Jackson. Ask Jimmy Jackson about Tony Braxton. He don't mind punching somebody. So he gonna punch Luka. I already know.
He ain't gonna say shit to Luka.
Well, hopefully, I think they will hope that Luka. I think they're hoping that Luka will defer because he's a Hall of Fame point guard.
Man, hold on, Lamar, you gonna get Luka a damn hernia? Get off his job.
Hey man,
No,
Mike.
I'm just letting you know that it's a player-driven league.
It is. But let me bring it back to the Hawks real quick. Y'all notice how Cam was balling. He came in, you know what I'm saying? Number one, we told everybody Cam would help, and then they were downplaying it. But Cam comes in, he ball. All these folks acknowledge that, ooh, Cam can be something. He looks nice. But not one of them want to mention that he's the other part of the draft day trade.
Yep.
Now,
Now,
the Hawks won that trade. I tell everybody, Mike, I tell everybody all the time the Hawks won that trade. I tell everybody the Hawks won that
that
trade.
on my main Facebook page.
Hey,
Yeah, I know we said, I'm talking about the media when they talking all that talk and acknowledging Cam on that level. Well, then I need you to remind the nation when they talk, you know, the casuals at that moment, remind them, well, Cam Reddish is also the part. That's why they did it, because you get 2 first rounders. So that was kind of a, we know Trav love assets.
It's
you
funny
know what,
how
Mike?
it went. It's funny how.
Go ahead, Lou.
I was just gonna say real quick. I was just saying it's funny how it went from Dallas won the trade to everybody was real quick to like, oh, you know, it was an even trade. Nah, motherfucker, Cam Reddish makes it. We won that trade. Go ahead and say it with your mouth.
Yeah, I was
They're not Lou.
I wanted to piggyback on what Mike said, and also, during the trade, Travis did an interview, and he said another reason he did the deal was because his staff projected Dallas to be a lottery team. So he knew that was going to be a lottery pick. So
exactly, it ain't gambling when you fucking smart.
The move he made,
analytics and gambling too,
bro. That shit was strategic like a motherfucker, bro. Like he's like, okay, Luka's gonna be good, but guess what? We're gonna get 2 fucking good ass. Well, we know we got one. That we know that next pick gonna be in the lottery.
Hey, how fun was that? How fun was that year though? Because remember that year we were looking at their records and our record. We were like, okay. Every week it would just like kind of fluctuate. There was one time Dallas started doing good. We were like, oh no. Then they did this losing streak. We were like, all right, that shit. I thought we were gonna
what else they don't mention,
but I'm good.
You know what else they don't mention? And you know what, guys? They flipped the narrative this year. Last year it was Luka. They made the playoffs. He hit the game-winning 3. They're gonna be something. And then this year, when they get eliminated, they say he don't have no help. Yeah. But then when you flip it and tell them, well, you know, Trey averaged 27 and 9 last year, but he didn't really have no help. They be like, nah, he just sucks. I'm like,
listen.
But then when he get help, hey, look, when he get help and he win,
his team deep.
Yeah.
If Luka had the same team, he'll be in the finals. I'd be like,
look, man,
this is what y'all got to understand about this though, because I had this coming into that draft. I wanted no part of
Trey.
Just because when I saw 6'1", I thought that means 5'11", and that shit just doesn't bode well for me. And so when you're looking at the national shit and you don't have time to look at players play and see how they affect the game, what you do is you look at someone being that small and you dismiss it. And that's what happened to Trae Young, is he was dismissed because of his size. And nobody thinks that a guy that small can dominate. But what Trae can do is he can get by anybody with his handles. His handles are out of this world.
Man, I wanted Colin Sexton, boy. That shit. Hey, look, was I wrong on that one?
Yeah, a lot of folks want to call it Cleveland trying to ship Colin. They talking about he's selfish and stuff. I'm like, that.
Hey, when I seen Colin Sexton play, what he played 5 versus 3.
Oh yeah, when at Alabama,
I was like, this dude is a dog.
Nah, he is though. He got heart. I get that to him. He go at us every time we play him too. I hate Cavs, man.
I wanted. I can tell you right now. I wanted. My first one was Michael Porter Jr. I wanted him.
Oh my God!
Before he got.
That's what I wanted. Me and you were on that drain.
Before he got hurt, I wanted Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. got hurt. Then I wanted Bagley. I was like, okay, let's look at Bagley.
Yeah, I messed up that year.
And
you
then
know what I wanted. I wanted to trade back. I wanted to trade back and get the Clippers 2 back-to-back picks. I wanted to get 11 and 12 so we can get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and some other dude that I really liked at that time.
Lou thinking it's the NFL and shit.
No, I just felt we were deep. I just felt it was deep back then.
Lou be like, let's trade back, get more.
You wanted Luka after Michael Porter Jr. Stop it.
What's that?
Say what?
I'm about to say Demond. I thought you wanted Luka though.
Michael Porter Jr. Stop it.
No, listen to me. And then after Bagley, then when I knew we wasn't going to make the playoffs, I started watching EuroLeague. And then I wanted Luka. I was like, oh, this dude can hoop. I caught the end of the EuroLeague and I caught the EuroLeague playoffs. So I saw him ball through there and win the MVPs. I was like, oh yeah, this dude's
okay. I don't remember you saying Bagley. Okay, I don't remember. I know you wanted Porter. You wanted Porter. We damn near flew. We damn near flew each other and met each other in the middle about Porter.
Bagley.
I only wanted Porter.
Luka. And then Carlos talked me into he wanted, and then
Facebook user ain't gonna tell us who he is, but
that's Rico.
You know who that is? That's Chauncey, guys. He wanted Obama.
Nah, that Rico. I see him coming.
Chauncey
that's
wanted
draft
Obama,
animals.
bro. Hey, go put it in the group.
Want him Obama?
Be like,
I
want him Obama. I got no problem with admitting.
See, but he wasn't even in our range though. How y'all want folks that wasn't even where we were picking though? We were picking third.
Well, okay, so
hey, Mike. This is because we was doing.
What's wrong with Mo
this
Bamba?
is during the season.
Yeah, I feel you. So he trying to see what he wants. No, I mean I ain't gonna lie. I wanted Marvin Bagley, bro, and that was messed up.
But when we were saying all this stuff,
not number one.
Yeah, when we were saying this, Mike, at this time we didn't know where we were drafting at. So
no, I feel you. I know, no, during the time of not knowing where we were drafting it and knowing that we were gonna be garbage and have a lottery pick. No, I wanted the number one pick to get DeAndre Ayton. That's what I wanted. But once I found where we fell at number 3, I was like, well, maybe we get Marvin Bagley. That's the way I was thinking at the time.
I was thinking Marvin Bagley, but I was thinking Clippers got 2 back-to-back picks. We could trade back, get that.
Bro, double digits from 3 though, dog.
Dude, go back and look at my post. I had some bomb trades set up. It was
who trades back in the NBA from 3?
No, it wasn't the number 3 pick though. We weren't trading back the number 3 pick. We were trading back we had the number 10 and the number 19 and the number 30. We were trading all those for the 12 and 13 plus a player and keeping the
What year was that though? We took Trey third, bro. So that's not the same draft.
Is it not the same draft? I might be conflating 2.
Because we took Trey third.
Only person we drafted 10 was Cam Reddish.
Yeah,
we actually had third.
That was the one was the year before that.
So that's the year after trade.
We traded back to 5.
To 5.
Exactly.
Traded to 5.
We got a pick that wound up being Cam.
DeAndre.
The following year.
No, hold on. We got
the following year we had 4. The following year we had the 4th pick and the 10th pick, and I wanted to somehow.
No, we traded.
No, we had the 6th and the 10th. The following year. The NBA screwed us, bro. No, the NBA screwed us. We traded with the Lakers to get DeAndre, bro.
We traded to get Hunter.
DeAndre got a Lakers draft cap, I think.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Lakers technically.
We lucked up on Cam.
It was the Lakers pick.
We lucked up on Cam because we actually drafted around 9 or 10. What's the center name? The light skinned center name down in New Orleans.
I wanted him, Jackson Hayes. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted him at 10. I wanted Jackson Hayes or Goga Padaze. That's what I wanted because I was trying to get us a big guy.
Pretty decent down there in New Orleans.
And then somehow we wound up with the 10th pick, and that wound up being Cam.
Mm-hmm.
But what you mean?
The 10th pick was the Mavs pick. The 10th pick was the Mavs pick. DeAndre pick that the 6th pick that we had to trade up for the Lakers was our pick. We got screwed by the NBA and had to trade up to go get DeAndre Hunter. We were supposed to still get round 3rd that year and just get DeAndre Hunter straight up.
So what pick? Jackson Hayes was the 9th pick, right?
He went right before 10.
He was 9th.
Okay, so we traded. So what happened with that pick?
That pick, the 10th pick for Cam Reddish came from the Trae Young trade the year prior. Then
how do we wind up with the Jackson Hayes pick? How do we wind up with that? That's what I can't remember. We wound up drafting Jackson Hayes, but we made a trade somewhere. Was that part of the trade to get back up to 4 to get DeAndre?
Yes.
Correct.
Because the Lakers drafted DeAndre, right?
Yes.
It was the Lakers. Technically,
we drafted them, but
the Lakers drafted Hunter because it was the Lakers pick.
Yeah.
They were doing it for us, though.
But they was drafting for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the number 4 pick.
We traded to move up to 4. Remember, because we traded Torian Prince. Remember that?
Yeah. For sure. Hey, I want to address this comment real quick so we can move on real quick. But imagine being at the bar, as this person says, I wish I knew who I was sitting next to me and my wife. But when that pick happened, he said, "You don't like Trae Young? He's a good fit for us." Man, was that guy right? Imagine being at a bar and a guy gives you some prophetic information like this.
I looked up that trade, y'all. My fault.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was reading that comment too. That's from Rico, man. Shout out to Rico. Y'all know from New Pack Group, man. He always hit us with the draft scenarios and stuff like that, though. But real quick though, Hunter was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers with the 4th overall pick, and then traded to the Pelicans in the Anthony Davis trade, and then again to Atlanta along with Solomon Hill in exchange for picks 8, 17, and 35. And I think 8 is how they got Jackson Hayes. So Jackson Hayes, I think, went 8.
Hayes, though, right?
Yeah. So the Lakers.
Yeah, technically, we drafted Hayes, I believe, and he went to New Orleans.
We drafted him
for New Orleans.
So New Orleans told us who to pick, and we picked him. Just like the Lakers pick, we told them pick Hunter.
Yeah, man. Because the NBA wanted Anthony Davis to get to LA, they needed to give LA a draft pick because LA was not supposed to be no top 5, let alone I think top 10 that year. And they did some stupid jump up from like 12 that they were supposed to be into like number 4. They were not supposed to go that high, and we fell back or whatever. And then we had to trade to go get our guy. Like DeAndre Hunter obviously was big on our board because we went obviously we were not happy that we were at 8th. And they went up and got who they wanted to get with the pick that they felt they needed to have.
Yeah. Hey, everybody talks about the Patrick Ewing draft when they want to talk about the shadiness behind that shit. But what about the New Orleans Hornets being owned by the NBA and then moving up 12 spots to get the number 1 pick where it was AD, and then they were sold to Charlotte that year? Like that's some craziness, right? Like to me that. Nobody else moved up in there from where they were projected to where they ended up in the lottery. The only team that did was New Orleans. They moved up 13 spots. They happened to be owned by the NBA that year. They got the number 1 pick, and it was Anthony Davis. So everybody was talking about Patrick Ewing one, but that one to me is like, come on.
You forgot, hey Lou, you forgot to add that also during that time they stopped the Chris Paul trade to the Lakers.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. The NBA, for all that reason, was trying to ensure that they had something on that team, man. New Orleans, and they were about to lose that franchise, man, out of New Orleans and stuff like that. Went to OKC for a minute. They were trying to keep it in New Orleans. They just had, it was all after the post-Katrina type stuff or whatever.
Yep,
so
that's what it was. It was 2005 post.
And you want to talk about Lou? You're talking about that. My bad, Mike. Go ahead. My bad.
You straight. Go ahead. I'm done.
Oh, Lou, you want to talk about some draft stuff? Here's something that's funny. Cleveland loses LeBron. Next year, what do they draft at?
Number 1.
And
number 2.
4. They had
they got so many top picks. It's just frustrating, bro.
What year was Anthony Bennett drafted?
Listen,
he was number 1.
I'm gonna make it easy, Jamon. 3 out of the 4 years that LeBron was gone.
Every time LeBron leave, they get
Cleveland got 1.
Years LeBron was gone from Cleveland. They got the number 1 overall pick. When I brought up the theory about LeBron cut a deal with the league, when he left Cleveland, he was gone for 4 years. 3 out of the 4 years, they got the number 1 overall pick, and they wound up basically out of those 3 out of 4 years, they got Kyrie Irving. Some kind of way they got Tristan Thompson, and they flipped Anthony Bennett until
Andrew Wiggins into Kevin Love.
Yeah,
they flipped Wiggins into Love.
Wiggins when LeBron came back.
I said they somehow got Tristan Thompson. They flipped Anthony Bennett and Andrew Wiggins into Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson. That's what I meant.
Anthony Bennett didn't go to Minnesota.
I said some kind of way they flipped it. Well, he might not have went to Minnesota. I think Anthony Bennett went to
Canada.
I'm about to say that boy went to Alaska, but
it was the other number 1 dude who went to Minnesota for LeBron because LeBron didn't want him. What's the boy name? Yeah, LeBron didn't want Wiggins. He wanted Love.
Wiggins went to Minnesota for Kevin Love.
But then
some kind of way,
right? Because
Tristan Thompson got Thompson got drafted by Toronto, right? And then
he got drafted by the Cavs.
Did he? I about to say, I don't know what the
By the
hell
way,
he
this
was
is the
at.
after hour show.
That's the
The
same
show where I
year-
had
same year
the
the
show where I
Cavs
had
the
topics
number-
is
the Cavs-
done. This
bro,
is the after
Cavs
hour
had
show.
number one. They had this after LeBron left. They got number 1 and they got number 4. So Thompson and Kyrie got drafted together in the same draft. By
They did?
Yeah.
Anthony
Okay.
Bennett is really the only one they missed on. I mean, oof.
Yeah.
This is an
Okay.
understatement.
Well, at the end of the day, they got
Hold
3
on,
out.
time out, man. Time out. Tristan Thompson was a number 4 pick. Damn,
Yeah.
I don't remember that, bro.
Yeah,
Tristan
out of,
Thompson was good.
Where he came out of school at? I can't remember, bro.
No, he was
What
high school
school he
guy.
went to?
Canada. He went to Canada.
So he came straight out of
Tristan
high
Thompson
school.
from
out of Texas.
Yeah, I know he from Canada. I know he
He
Canadian though.
He went to school
That's
here
what
in
I'm
Texas. He went to school
Okay,
here in
y'all.
Texas.
Okay, y'all see that the Canadian team didn't even qualify for the Olympics.
Didn't
They got
even
like the most
qualify for the
NBA
Olympics.
players, bro. They
They
got
didn't
too many
qualify?
NBA guys, bro.
They didn't
They just
qualify.
crazy, bro.
They didn't qualify?
RJ Barrett,
They got-
Wiggins, them boys played, bro. They didn't qualify.
They
Bro, they
didn't
got both. They got your boy Lou, SGA. Did he not play? They got both them. Him and his cousin, Nickeil Alexander. They both Canadian.
They had Shea, Anthony. Hold on, they got
Bro, they
Shea,
had a good squad. I was into them.
RJ Barrett, Andrew
They scored
Wiggins,
like 10
and I
points
think,
in 50 seconds.
ain't Christian on that team too?
He
Maybe.
should be. He Canadian. I don't know. Yeah, NBA player.
Hold on. This is news to me because I was barely keeping up with it. I was kind of keeping up with this, but
They got
It's a lot of Canadian. Matter of
Y'all
fact,
was
Jamal
telling me
Moore
they didn't
ain't Jamal
qualify.
Murray Canadian. Somebody that's
Yeah,
a
he
point
Canadian.
guard that's
Jamal
Canadian.
Murray
Jamal Murray,
Canadian.
but he hurt though, so that might have
Yeah,
hurt
he
them
hurt.
though.
Listen, man.
Yeah,
But
They
Jamal
got
Murray
eliminated
Canadian.
by goddamn Belize or somebody. Belize
y'all-
or damn Budapest or somebody. They
But
got
y'all are
somebody-
telling me for sure they did not qualify for the
They
Olympics.
did not
bro.
qualify. They just
I
said
just saw that the
it
other
happened like
day.
2
I
or 3
was
days ago.
I just saw the other day. I was shocked
They
to
did
see
not
that because I was
qualify.
like, yeah, because I in my head I instantly start thinking of a bunch of NBA guys that's Canadian.
God.
Because like Canadian
That's an
basketball
upset.
has like grown a lot over the past decade, basically. Like, for its players in the league. So I'm like, huh? Canada
Yeah,
ain't do nothing?
but you know what? Canada doesn't raise or bring out of you the Kobe and the Michael Jordan mentality. They're
But
too
that's
nice
the-
out there.
But that's
And
the origin
Canada
of
right
basketball, though, bro. James Naismith was Canadian, bro, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that doesn't
Yep.
mean
Mhm.
with what the
Well-
NBA and the ABA has become. I mean, come on now. Like the
I was
ABA
just
changed the
saying,
way
bro.
basketball is played. ABA changed basketball. The NBA bought them up, and then everything's now what it is. So we can't go back
I
to
did.
Naismith. That's
They
different.
couldn't
feel you.
qualify.
Shoot,
That's
but
terrible, bro. If they didn't
That is
qualify, the
terrible,
Olympics, that's terrible.
yeah.
But guys, you know what? Damon just made me really hungry, and I realized we've been on here for a minute.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Listen up, guys. We are going to be coming back and forth throughout the off season, through the preseason, through the regular season. We're going to start making this a little more consistent, and we're going to keep bringing it to you. So we're going to be bringing some good Hawks talk. Like I said, it's for the fans, by the fans. We are as fanatic as it gets about these guys. So I hope you subscribe to the new channel we got, and we're gonna try to make
got that
it.
raisin brand, don't they? But what you got about it?
What's up? What's up?
I was gonna say, everybody stay online. We're gonna close the show, and we'll be able to talk in the green room afterwards. So just give it about 40 seconds while we do this outro. Does anybody got anything else to say?
I do.
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ, how we know that?
Me and you got to talk about that little slick comment we made later on.
What did I say? I already forgot. I think I just said facts. I don't. All right, guys. I love all y'all, man. So we'll see y'all next time.
Hey, man. Okay, all right.